Good morning. Welcome. We're joining you from the sunny studio.
There you go. Sarah thought this was Florida, by the way, behind us.
Actually, Florida doesn't have mountains. I said Panama. Florida
Yeah,
has country.
no, that's why we knew it wasn't Florida.
Sarah, turn your mic on.
Oh, Sarah.
Not my first rodeo, people.
Sarah did the good morning without the mic on. So
you-
good morning from me, because I was
Good
smart enough to have
morning
my mic
from
on.
our balmy studio. I'll do it all over again. There you go. Good morning, everybody.
Good to see everybody for
morning.
our super sales meeting. I promise I want to apologize for throwing everybody's equilibrium off. As Scott mentioned, it's been on Wednesdays for 22 years, 24 years, but
Donnie.
it's my fault. I'm going to my little sister's law school college graduation tomorrow, and
And that's super exciting.
I wanted
Congratulations
to
to her.
participate in
Yeah.
graduation and have the sales meeting, so we moved it up to Tuesday. So thank you all for accommodating
Yes.
me today. I'm
Awesome.
just being honest.
We will let you have that, and congratulations to her.
Yes, Bobby and I will be up watching Sarah graduate tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So we got lots of fun announcements today. We're going to have our first time. We're going to have a live zoomed-in guest today, which will be exciting.
Yes.
Hopefully, stressing Justin out a little bit in the back, but we're going to rock and roll right through it.
I love
think.
it. I love it. It's going to be a great meeting.
So we're going to start off with how we start off every meeting. Thanking everybody, not only to use Cardinal Title Group, but who were able to get their listings to close at Cardinal Title Group with that extra mile to negotiate from the listing side to get the buy side and the whole deal to close at Cardinal. So we will rock and roll. We'll start with this. My man Adam Shively 2 times. Great job. Ali Ballou, Amber Darby, Andrea Hayes, Andy Martinez, Annette Greco 2 times. April Caldwell, Arslan Jamil, Arturo Salemi, Austin Southern, Bainey Costanza, and Barbara Monahan.
Bassam Hamandi, Brandon Hatchett, Bridget Newman, Brittany Lewis, Caitlin Ellis 2 times. Thanks, Caitlin. Candace Astroth, Carla Brown, Carla Moore, Carlos Fuentes, Carmen Carter Howe, Carolyn Young 6 times.
Oh, Uncle Casey going to
And-
like that next one, too.
And then jumps right over her. Casey Samson was 7. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much.
Cecilia Chan, Kyung-Suk Lee, Chris Cummings, Chris Loizu, Christina Koch, Christina Pearson 2 times, Christopher O'Neill, Connor Shawski, Connie Johansson, Christina Makora, Dana Campbell, and Darren Robertson 2 times.
Nice job. David Luckenball, David Werfel, Debbie Sheehan, Derek Cole, Desiree Rogelli, Ernest Gorham, Elizabeth Klein, Francis Bissett, France Baranon
Francis Bissett, you just got here a couple weeks ago. You're already closing the listings for us. Good job.
Nice. Guillermo Salmon
There you go.
in the house. Ian McVeigh 2
There
times.
you go, Ian. Whoop,
Ian,
whoop.
you get to woot woot.
He's not woo
He's not. He all righted.
Come on.
And Jay
Little energy
Yoon.
today, Ian. Let's rock.
Congratulations, you guys.
Jason Cheperdeck, Jay No, Jeffrey Vincent, Jessica Swisher 2 times, Jill Judge, John McCambridge, Joseph Jacob, Josh Jenkins 2 times, Julie Holkamp, Kamal Park, Karen Klinger, and Karen Shiro 2 times.
Kathy Shank, Kelly Adrea 2 times, Kelly Daniel, Kelly Hayes, Kelly Pardue, Kelly Thomas. Oh, I got the Kelly
That's
line. I love
a
it.
few Kellys.
That's a few Kellys. Kevin Wolf, Kimberly Sneed, Christy Crum, Kristen Crosby, Laura and Larry Bean
Ah!
3
That was a
times.
bad scream. I need to do that again. Woo!
That one was better.
She nailed it. She nailed it.
Lavanya Prakash, congratulations.
She
Thank you
nailed it.
guys.
Laura, you're here with us in spirit. Leticia Gaddis 2 times. Lisa Barber, Lisa Vega, Lola Ayub, Michaela Jones, Arjun Buki, Maria Lightly, Mary Williams, Mel Tulu. I think that's probably Mel Tulu 2 times.
Oh, 2 times.
Melinda Norton, Melissa Smith.
Mia Chapman, Michelle Gibson, Michelina Curie, Mike Rutledge, Misty Weaver, Monica Foster, Muhammad Shima, Mustafa Akwan, Mira Wallace McLeod, Nabila Altfula, Natalie McArthur 2 times, and Naveed Magsudi. Thank you guys.
Patrick Cohen, Patrick Sowers, Pauline Salvador, Pink Doan, Rex Thomas, Richard Bridges, Rolf Kratz, Roxanne Southern 2 times, Saad Jamil 2 times, Sam Baluki, Sarah McGovern, and Sarah Taylor 2 times.
Nice job. Sean Judge, Shelley Amore, Suzanne Frun 2 times, Tammy Irby, Tanvir Zafar, Tara Lowe, Terrence King, Terry Jones, and Tina Rogers.
Finishing up, Trisha Filbert, Troy Spinogle 2 times, Victoria Bali, Wendy Dean, Wendy Jackson, Zach Greger 2 times, and Zubair Khan.
Nice
so thank
job,
you all
everybody.
so much.
Nice job. Thank
for everybody
you.
bringing their listings to close the Cardinal Title Group. We'll have more. We'll do all the Cardinal Title Group closings to finish out our meeting, as always, at the end here.
And they're so important. Thank you guys so much. It allows us to bring all the really cool things that we're going to talk about today for you
Yes.
guys bringing them to Cardinal.
And I will say this, and I mean, the markets in general picking up. You guys did a lot of closings, but April was, we had a lot of closings at Cardinal, so that was phenomenal. And our April contracts for our May closings look phenomenal. So thank you so much for that continued
Awesome.
support.
Every single one counts.
Hopefully every single one does count, which is why I know sometimes it takes a while, but we want to thank every single person on our Cardinal Nest. We do it all the time, and here at our sales meeting. So the other thing we love to do, and this is one of my favorite parts, is welcoming our 77 new family members that have joined since last meeting. So 77 new family members. A couple of things of note. You'll see their office that they're joining on the right. So if you see somebody near you, make sure you say hi.
Say hello, make a
And
friend.
they are sorted by their previous company, not alphabetical order, so we can see people coming over together. So I will take the first page. Rebecca McGuire from 15 West Homes. Clarence Haymaker from First Realty of Charlestown. Adela Awan from Avery Hess. Christina Taylor from Berkshire Hathaway. Dolly Nicholson from Century 21 Redwood. Jackie Boykin coming back to us from Canzel Realty. Tanya Allen from Century 21 New Millennium. Gemma Corley from Karis Realty. Keith Kirk from Caldwell Banker, and Randy Coleman from Compass.
Also a boomeringer. All right, Miranda Sheff from Cummings. We have Leslie Collier from Exit Landmark. From EXP, we have Eloise Michelle Barfield, Admir Huzadinovic. Oh, did I Husa
Not your best effort.
No,
It's all
Huzadinovic.
right.
It wasn't. One more time.
Ginovich. There you go.
Ginovich.
CS.
Oh, Zinovich. Oh, I
She
like
nailed
that.
it. You can just
I'm
come up
going to
and
need
do
you
it.
to come up and, yeah.
Hey, be
Also-
careful what you ask for. It looks
Yeah.
easy at one or two.
I just want to point out, how do y'all think I got up here saying all these names? Because I used to heckle them. I
Yeah.
heckled Danny and Donnie and Bernie mercilessly, and then they were like, get your butt up here and start reading names. So be careful what you ask for, but thank you so much. Farhed Mahas, we have Crystal Moore. We also have Latobia Taylor from Fairfax Realty. Welcome to Joseph Wilkes from Gateway to Real Estate. Danielle, and that's Remax Gateway. Danielle Calhoun from HomeSmart, along with Anna Benton. Welcome, you guys.
From inactive to active, Tony Chan Park.
Oh, look at all those boomerangers.
Kyrie Clark, a lot of boomerangers. Kyrie Clark, Jacqueline Lainez, Deshaun Edwards. Sometimes the grass is not greener, guys. Deshaun Edwards.
Boomerangers means they leave us for some reason, and then they whoop it right back on around.
Carrie Cranford, Ernest Gorham, Jacqueline Martinez, Sam Thana Jr., Jacqueline Steele, and Michelle Alberg.
We have from International Business Associates, Ala Kewen. We have Lane Miller from James Madison Realty. From Jason Mitchell Group, we have Ashley Garrett and Christine Olfus. And then a list from Keller Williams, we have Patrick Carosi, Amy Chant.
I think Patrick Carosi a boomeranger as well. Yes.
Oh, yeah, look at there.
Definitely
Okay.
a boomeranger.
And just didn't have it.
I
Amy
talked to him
Chant's a
this week.
boomeranger too. Baroque Patwari. We have Cicely Patterson. We have Calvin Kwan. And then from LPT, we have Beverly Beck. Welcome, you guys.
From Make Impact Real Estate, Courtney Kuykendall. From Milestone Realty Group, Ralph Dingus. And then new agents, Diana Posadas.
Oh, she's returning.
She's returning. She's
Yeah,
not new.
she's not new.
New agents, Derek Holton, Kirsten Wiblish Hauser, Gabriela Sanchez Carrillo, Moshwand Walker,
I was
Morella
like,
Parkman.
You didn't get Walker?
Well, no, I was trying to see if I did good enough on the first name. Mariella Parkman, John Cloman, and Kayla Stocks.
Welcome to Keyshawn Copeland, Tiana Jefferson, Angela Del Rio, Rita Del Carmen Riviera, Esmatula Karimi, Ying Zhang, Devin Jones, Pritam Kuchakula, Grace Fowler, and Janarhana Nanakalva. I nailed that.
Perfect. Dira Ellie, Alexis Bevins, Ruki Kalola, all new agents, reactivating their license, Sierra Archibald. From Realty One Group, we've got Samira Marzar and Ashley Trowers. From Rick and Associates, Lee Battle. From Arla, we have Adina Martin, another returner. From Shaheen Martin down in Richmond, we've got Ricky Jeffries. And from Taylor Properties, Estelle Bullock.
And we have from Village Premier, Lattashay. We have Tina Nichols from Village
We got Village Premier in there,
all over the
good.
place. Oh, they don't like us at all. What did you do?
My bad.
Okay. Robert Holmes Jr., Keisha Merritt, Erica Akpan. We have from Virginia Referral Network, Adisham Ijaz, and Sandra Ortega Cruz from Weikert. Welcome, everybody, to our
Welcome
family.
to our 77
Yes.
new people, to our family.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And again, we'll give you the dates later, but know that you can always introduce a new person to me by email, and I will reach out to them, Mark Lublein, our Director of Recruiting, or invite them to a lunch and learn. You can come with them if you'd like some great Ruth Chris. The downside is you have to listen to me talk about Samson Properties for a little bit.
But I promise you'll probably learn something new.
I actually think everybody that comes does learn. or relearn about a lot of things that we're offering that maybe they forgot about. So inviting them to their lunch learn is a great way to get those recruiting rewards and continue to build our family. So for now, we will do our top performers for the month of April.
April, you guys
so bear with us here, but we want to make sure that we
need to
give a
celebrate
shout out to all of our
your
top
wins.
people. So
Yes.
you like this one because you like the numbers.
I love this one because I like the small numbers. Okay, so individuals by transactions in Virginia. Bill Yard, Minova, 14 transactions.
That is busy. Way to go, girl.
Nice job. Brendan Murphy, 10. Tracy Davis, 8. Zach Greger, 7.
How many did Brandon have? 10?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And tied for 6, you have
didn't recognize
Victoria
that number.
Zhao, Joe Azer, and Eric Velasquez. Congratulations, you guys, on an awesome month.
Our top individuals in Virginia by volume: Dee Dilliard, just under 6.5 million. Victoria Zhao, 6.1. Woo! There you go. All right, KDV. We realize the KDV has gotten here now. We've got some cheering in the back.
She is in here, yes.
Joshua Jenkins, just over 6 million. Lulu Jason, 5.5 million. Great
Nice
month,
job, you
Lulu.
guys.
Yvette Lawless, just under 4.5 million.
All right, now we're going to our teams in Virginia.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy moly. Shepherd Homes Group, 60 homes in Virginia. Congratulations, you guys. That's,
Wow.
that's two a day for you doing math. Just
Yes.
FYI. One South Realty Group, 42. Carolyn Young Homes, 34. Uncle Casey Samson with 14. And tied with 12, we have Perfect Choice Real Estate and the Monumental Team. Congratulations, you
Fantastic
guys.
job to all those top teams.
Nice
Great
job. Kicking ass, people. I love it.
Those 60 homes for Shepherd Homes Group translated to over 42 million in homes last
Nice.
month. Fantastic. Carolyn Young Homes, just over 20 million. One South Realty Group down in Richmond, 19 million. Casey Sampson Team, 19 million. And the Redstone Group in the back, Ian and Ed,
Woot
9 million.
woot.
9.6.
Yes, nice job.
Our Redstone Group in the house today.
All right, we're going to look at Maryland and D.C. now by transactions individual. Rex Thomas with 9. It was 6, Sam Sadecki and Prudence Waffo. And then with 5, Sergio Garcia.
Not the golfer.
Carlos Fuentes and Vincent De Lorenzo. Congratulations, you guys.
And in volume, Rex Thomas, just over 7 million, crushing
Yeah.
it. Sam Sadeghi, 3.3 million. Sergio Garcia, not the golfer, 2.7 million. Jixon Lee, 2.3, and Jeanette Secchi, just over 2.2 million.
All right, so let's roll on into Maryland and D.C. teams. The One Street Company with 23. The Easy Way with 6. We have tied with 5, John Burgess Group and the Pimentel Group. And tied
Damn,
with 4.
Gina.
Damn, Gina.
That's what I say when I see Gina. That's what I say when I see Gina Pimentel.
And if she says anything to him, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be good morning. He goes, damn, Gina. It's just funny.
It's from Martin, the show back in the day. Dating myself.
Well, you-
Somebody say that they've seen Martin.
No.
All right, I got a couple of hands. They knew what I was talking about.
It's a 90s show. It's fun.
All right,
It's fine.
finish out.
It
I've
makes us-
embarrassed myself enough.
It makes us laugh. Okay, the Granville team, the Tony Fulco Home Group, and the King Group, all with 4. Congratulations, you guys.
And by volume, One Street Company, just over 11 million. The Easy Way, 2.6 million. The One Group, 2.4 million. Granville team, 1.9. And the John Burgess Group, 1.8 million in sales.
All right, guys, we're shifting over to West Virginia. We have the Home Sweet Home team with 12, the Diamond Home team with 9, Kathy Shank with 6, John Vanzerdale with 5, and Tara Lowe and Jessica Swisher tied with 4. Congratulations.
And in volume, the Home Sweet Home team, just over almost 3.2 million. The Diamond Home team, just under 2.9 million. Holly Wilson, great job, 1.8 million. John Vandersdale, just over 1.8 as well. And Kathy Shank, just under 1.7 million for the month.
All right, now we're going to look at individuals overall in the company.
The whole company.
The whole company.
All
by
5,700
transactions.
of everybody.
Of all of the
Of
everybody's.
everybody.
Of everybody's.
Yes.
Dilyara Devinova with 14. Brendan Murphy with 10. Rex Thomas with 9. Tracy Davis with 8. And Zach Greger with 7. Congratulations, guys.
And in volume, Rex Thomas, 7.1 million. Dee Dee's just under 6.5 million. Victoria Zhao, 6.1. You going to yell, KDV? Just the first time? All right. That's her girl. Josh Jenkins, 6 million. And Lulu Jason, 5.5 million.
And by teams transactions, we have the Shepherd Homes Group with 60. One South Realty Group, 42. Carolyn Young Homes with 34. The One Street Company with 23. And Uncle Casey Sampson, 14.
And in volume, Jason Shepherd and Shepherd Homes Group, 42 million. Carolyn Young Homes, 20.7. One South Realty, 19. Casey Sampson team, just over 19. And then the One Street Company with 11 million in
What
sales.
a fantastic
Fantastic
job,
job to all of our top performers. That is a mouthful for the month, but
That is so many homes in a market that is just still looking for inventory. So congratulations, huge kudos to all of you for kicking Tushy.
absolutely. So what we first want to do is we're going to talk about, I know
Yes.
some of you guys missed it, but we had an amazing event.
Who went?
Who went Top Producer Takeover? A couple people in the house. It was up in Bowie, so it was a little bit of a travel from where we're sitting here in Chantilly today, but it was a fantastic event, our Top Producer Takeover. We had great speakers all day. We had Lindsay Joe talk about social media, great panel with those ladies in the middle. Jason Cheperdick did a fantastic course, and actually he's got a full course that he's done, how to earn 7 figures in real estate, which I'm reviewing right now. We might have some announcements to come on that in the future. In the afternoon, we had a great panel. You could see Tonga, Althea, Sammer, Kimber Mankiti up there, Carolyn Young Holmes. She just goes by her name when she's talking about just herself. Carolyn Young did a great job on how to mindset and how to have a great proper mindset during this market. And then Sam Medvine talked about investment properties. So just an awesome day, lots of great classes.
All-star panels, just phenomenal.
The pictures are going to be up on Top Producer Takeover website right now, and some videos shortly to come after that if you weren't able to attend. But just a fantastic day. Thanks for all of our sponsors that made that happen. We have a big announcement coming up for our next one, so I want you to pull out your calendar, put it in there right now. When's that going to be, Sarah?
October 18th, people. October 18th.
And should we tell anybody the special announcement for that, or no? Is it too early for that?
No, it's not too early. So we have locked in Jared James to come to our Top Producer Takeover.
He will be in person doing a great speech.
Just doing a great discussion and question and answer for all the people there. Guys, we're expecting he does thousands and thousands of person events, and they sell out quickly. So we are expecting, once we open these tickets, we'll let everybody know, but we're expecting them to go pretty quick because we're capped at about 400 people we can pack into this event space, and that's us like kind of breaking some fire rules. So we're going to pack as many people as we can in there so that you guys have that great opportunity. This last panel we did, or this last one we did, was phenomenal. Not for anything else, but we just had Mother's Day, so I'll say the women power on that panel was phenomenal. We could have taken over.
I was a little intimidated. It was me and 4 women, but I
loved every minute of it. I loved every single minute of it. But so just mark your calendars, October 18th. We've got another all-star panel coming up that'll work out really, really well, and we're super excited to have it. And it's going to be in Springfield, back at the Waterford. Sorry, I'm having to readjust here.
Circle your date, or circle that day on your calendar now. Save that date, October 18th. It's a Friday in Springfield. And it's all day, but look, if
breakfast
you can come
in the morning, lunch, happy hour.
And we do these things for great education, networking opportunities. It's not just Samson people on stage. Lots of top agents, top team leaders, brokerage leaders from all over, because we want everybody's insight. So it's a great opportunity. And I'm thankful for all of them that come and, they know it's a mostly Samson crowd, at least it's been, but they still pour their knowledge into all of us. So it was an awesome day. So hopefully you guys can join us next time as well.
Absolutely. Guys, part of what we do is spend all of our time when we're looking for classes and we're looking to people to talk with and mastermind with, we do it outside of Samson. And part of that is because we want to know what the rest of the industry is doing. We want to know what the rest of the companies are doing. We want to bring that back and incorporate it with our best practices to give you industry best practices, because we don't want to make the decisions and train a certain way in a box. We want to make sure that we're taking all the things to give you all the best. So these are environments where you can come, you can sit, you can take notes, you can take away some great actionable nuggets, you can have some good networking, you can have some good food, some good education. It's a wonderful day.
I mean, that Power Women panel that Sarah's talking about, I was moderating. We had a top agent from Compass, Long & Foster, Keller Williams, and EXP on stage, and 4 of the best ladies, 4 of the best producing people in the whole DC metropolitan area.
Salt of the earth, just wonderful, good servant heart people that we're pouring in.
So awesome stuff. So look forward to that in the future. And
All
those
good
videos,
things.
as they pop out, we'll make sure you know that those videos are available so you can watch some of that stuff later.
Absolutely. We've had some new announcements.
A lot of new products, and you guys have probably seen
many
so many emails come by from Sarah.
How many of you have gotten like 432 emails from me that are like, new products? Woo! Steve goes, 433.
433.
Okay.
All right. Everybody's a comedian.
Everybody's
Katie.
a comedian in this room.
All right.
But due to your wonderful, overwhelming, constant support of Cardinal Title, we have been able to pour into a lot of different technologies and apps and resources that we otherwise haven't had available to us. So we have been able to take that, pour it back into these new products that we've got. You want to talk about Showcase a little bit?
I do. So this is not us about trying to become Zillow salespeople.
We do not want to be Zillow salespeople.
I understand the love-hate relationship we have with Zillow, but Zillow has the most eyeballs on the internet, right? So we really dug into this a lot. I've actually had I asked for a lot of agent feedback on this product before we pulled a trigger on any kind of agreement. We had some of our top agents, including Ian who's here, and the Redstone group that were using this before. What it is basically you can showcase your home in Zillow on a higher level if you have a listing. So it pops out, it says showcase when people are driving over the map. You got to get their own. You have to get special photographer pictures taken, but now you've got really cool pictures that are, the listings look a lot different. You're also allowed for the first time to have your listing agent information on your own listing as opposed to just contact a buyer. Click here to schedule a showing. It actually says Ian McVeigh, Samson Properties, his cell phone number.
And a bio about Ian.
And a bio play card on a placard that's set up that he can edit. A play card, yes.
A play card. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a great idea to be able to expose yourself, your listing. They'll tell you that the stats are 2 and 3 times more often, that it's seen, all that great stuff. But, there's a couple reasons that I liked it. You may get some leads off it, obviously, but I wouldn't buy it because you think, okay, I'm going to definitely get leads off it. But if your name and cell phone and your information's on there, obviously in this ever-changing world, there's a chance that they reach out directly to the listing agent, not a buyer's agent, to get a showing. But for me, I looked at it as this. If I'm going to go sell a home in South Riding tomorrow, if everybody, before they think about selling their home, what do? They go on Zillow, they go wherever, they start looking around the market. Well, if my listing pops up as a showcase listing, and it looks prettier and more special and more unique than the other listings out there, because 1, 2, 5% of the listings right now are showcased, then they might be like, oh,
well, Donnie did a really good. To do that.
I got to interview Donnie because he did this showcase thing on Zillow. This looks really fancy. So I looked at it as, if I was a listing agent today, I would have to have it on my nice listings because I want everybody in that neighborhood to know what a great job I did it. I wouldn't want somebody else to have a showcase and look better than mine out there. So that's where I looked at it. I also looked at it, said at the listing table, if I'm interviewing against Sarah and Scott and Steve, I want my listing presentation to stick out. Not only going to talk about all the great postcards we do and the newsletters I'm going to do for them and the nice brochures I'm going to do and the Facebook ad we're going to do and the single property website, all that great stuff that we give you at Samson, but also I'm going to showcase your property in Zillow. So that's why I offer it out to you. It's totally optional. Now, if you were going to do this before, it was a $550 monthly subscription that you had to pay for every month, whether you had listings or not, and that got you 1 listing per month. The second listing, based on our price points around here, would either be $750 or $1,250 for your second listing.
Per listing.
Per listing.
And so that doesn't include photography and any of that. That's just the showcase of access.
So what we negotiated was this. $500 per listing, and you can use it however often you want to. You don't have to subscribe. There's no subscription. So if you want 3 this month, great. You email in, you get a $500, $500, $500. If you have none for 3 months, no big deal. But it gives you the flexibility to purchase it when you want at a reduced price point. So it's a win-win for everybody. So we've negotiated this better deal for our whole brokerage. Now, Sarah sent out the instructions for how to do that. But A, you got to make sure your Zillow profile is updated. And B, you email mlovelace, MLOVELESS at SamsonProperties.net. Mary Alice will purchase the token for you, then let you know you're ready to rock and roll. Then you can log in and fancy it up. There's a whole separate page on the Cardinal Nest for Zillow Showcase. There's downloadable materials that you can brand to yourself, so you can bring them into your listing presentation, show them that you're going to showcase their home on Zillow, and you get it at a reduced price point, and no commitment was the big thing I liked, because the last thing we want to do right now is commit to monthly bills that we don't have to, and they escalate up. So if we can have it on a per listing basis, I thought that would be the best way for everybody then to have this tool, reduce cost, and have the flexibility to use it when you want it to. So that's the idea behind Zillow Showcase. Did
Absolutely. Nope. And if you can't find the email where I launched Zillow Showcase, all of the new product emails that I've launched recently, because there's so many, I've attached a summary of each product at the bottom. So you can go in, and then I've linked it back to our Cardinal Nest page. So just find any of the product emails, click on Zillow Showcase. Again, it takes you to the videos. Or
go to Cardinal Nest and go to Zillow Showcase.
Yes, or you can go to Cardinal Nest, and it takes you to Samson Partners, Zillow Showcase. But when you email Mary Alice...
What was that voice?
When you email Mary Alice, when you email Mary Alice, you're going to give her your full name as it appears legally. You're going to give her the street address, the price, and the square footage of the property. And it is the finished total square footage is what you're giving her. She will come back and ask you for questions if you do not give her all of that. And then once she sets that up, she will bill your credit card for the $500. And then you have the choice, like Donnie said, of using your photographer or their photography. I've heard good and bad of their photography. It's up to you on whether or not we've got some agents that love it. We've got some agents that didn't care for
Probably
it.
best to use your own if possible.
When you use your own photographer, they do have to have an app that they have to use to update the floor plan and to put the pictures in a certain format into the system. And they do have to have a specific lens that they can order from them, or most of them already have it. But they do have to be certified to be able to do that. And the training is as simple as saying, I took the training and click in a box. But there is a link there on the Cardinal Nest as well. You need to send that to your photographer to see if they're going to participate. So it is the $500 token, and then it is your photography.
What might be
What that looks
good,
like.
and I know that I'm just thinking of this on the spot, is have a couple examples of Zillow showcases that we've had before, so that we can put those links on, or some screenshots on the page there so people can see what it looks like. Because a lot of people are like, what does this Zillow showcase look like? What's the difference? So we'll work on trying to get some examples up
some
there,
screenshots there for you to look
on
at.
that page. You know, I know that Ian's done some and a bunch of others that we've had. Jason was doing some, and Lynn McCabe and a couple others. So we'll work on getting those up. But obviously, totally optional product, but now we have it at a reduced cost to you. Lets you be a rockstar listing agent. If you're coming in and you're competing for that listing and you want to make sure that you put your best foot forward and get that listing.
And again, we don't want to turn into the Zillow salespeople of selling their products, but we also don't want to hinder our agents if something's available to the marketplace that helps you stand out and get the deal. We want to make sure that we have that offered at a lower price point than what you can do on your own.
Good deal.
Good deal. Samson Property Management, open, you guys. Don't forget.
Any questions on Zillow before I move on? Zillow Showcase.
Hold on, Cece. Turn that on. You took it before I flicked.
Will you give any training on that?
Yes, there was a training last week on Zillow Showcase after we announced it, and it is on the Cardinal Nest. It's on Samson University.
There's a video on that.
So there's a video of how to use it and what to do.
If you need help, obviously you can let us know, but there is a whole training on how to go through that. It's pretty simple once you log in there, but the key is just to get the photographer to put the pictures up. But it's not really a whole lot extra that you have to necessarily do.
So there is two videos, one where we announced it to agents to learn more, and then there's a full training. All of that's on the Cardinal Nest and Samson University as well. Or you can reach out to Melissa Walsh, M.Walsh at samsonproperties.net, and she can help you.
She'll do a one-on-one training with you.
Yes, that's what I need.
She says that's what she needs.
Book her for the afternoon, right, Melissa?
That's hilarious. All right, so if that's the last question on that, just a reminder that Samson Property Management is open, Maryland, D.C., Virginia only right now. We do have in-house property managers, in-house appointment schedulers, in-house maintenance coordinators. We have all of our professional move-in, move-out, and property inspections that we have a home inspector doing for us to make sure that the property is staying in tip-top shape so your clients are happy, your tenants are happy. We've got other programs we're going to be rolling out to help convert some of those new tenant relationships that you're working with and new landlord relationships that we're working with. But we do pay a referral fee when you send a client into property management when they're signed. We do give a referral fee of $250 per door so that when that person comes in.
Per door means the house, not how many doors are in the house.
That is correct.
It's a property management term. Be like, there's like 26 doors here, Sarah.
Booyah!
250 per.
Two O's in Mormon, yes. It is not
retroactive, Scott. Good try there, Bo.
Sorry, Scotty. It is not retroactive. It's
I've
so
been
all
paying
new
myself
referrals.
thousands of referral fees over the years.
It's all the new referrals that are coming in. And then, guys, remember property management. It's not just about collection of rent and taking the 3 a.m. phone calls where the pipe bursts. They do that really, really well. But it's also making sure that the pets that are coming into the property, because we all love our pets, but we don't want to necessarily have the liability if the pet's attacked 4 children and they're just skipping from house to house to house. There is a national pet registry about harmful and aggressive pets. Who knew? Well, we're checking that when those pets are registered and coming in based on the credit checks. So we're making sure that the property's going to be okay. We're verifying renter's insurance to make sure that our tenants are doing what they're supposed to maintain not only themselves but the clients. So, and all of the year-end reporting, as well as, sometimes we have to do eviction, and it sucks. But the landlords absolutely don't want to do that, right? And that's just the nasty side of property management. But they're there to handle that on behalf of the owner so that they don't have to go through that process themselves.
There's a property management page on the Cardinal
Yes.
Nest if you want more information and to reach out to Beth and Jeff.
Also
Do a great
linked
job running that.
into my product email.
People aren't saving your email, Sarah.
You're not saving my email, Sonny?
No, go to Cardinal Nest. It's
Cardinal
the easiest place to
Nest.
find
It's
it.
all on the Cardinal Nest. If you can't find it, I'm just telling you where else you can find it. All right, we have also launched Express Protect. What is Express Protect? It is a complimentary listing service home warranty that we put on every single listing. So this is the first thing that people have said. But Sarah, haven't we always had that? Yes, but
Raise your hand if you actually signed up. I'm just curious. Your sellers.
in the past, if you have ever put a single property under, great. 4 hands.
4 hands out of 35 people in the room, 40 people in the
So
room.
what happened is it's there, but that required the agent to go, oh yeah, I have.
Did you do it on all of them, Scott? Look
Love
at you.
it.
See? See, it takes
But
2 minutes,
it
Scott
takes
said.
2 minutes. So what happens is agents are like, I forgot, or I didn't do it, and now I have a claim. So
Well, Scott's heard my
your
sob
horror
stories
story.
before.
You
but
got
go
a horror story.
ahead.
But the point is that agents weren't taking advantage of it, and we had clients not protected because the agent forgot, or didn't take the time, or the assistant forgot, or your assistant had a baby, Donnie, and goes out of town, and Donnie forgets to put it on there because he's doing the bare minimum to get by. There's like all of these scenarios of why it doesn't get done. So what we've done is created a feed from SkySlope that once you put your listing, once you put your listing in SkySlope, and guys, that means we take our listing agreement, we put our documents in the checklist like they're supposed to be, and it feeds, and all of these listings are set up for you. Now, what it doesn't mean is that you have protection if you don't do your SkySlope file. You have 0 protection if you don't do your SkySlope file. So if there's a claim and they come back and say, well, you said I had a protection on all my listings, but I had a claim and they didn't cover me, and we go in and we look at the history and there's no SkySlope file, which means the property never got set up. Do you think they're going to pay for that claim? No. Who's going to pay for that claim?
You.
You. No.
Donnie. Wait a minute.
No.
Sarah.
No.
Sarah. Steve said Donnie. That is not going to happen.
Sarah not paying. So it goes on keystroke of when it goes into the system. That's how the system gets set up to cover all of the properties. So make sure that you're supposed to do this anyway, guys. It's not a heavy lift. You go in and you take your forms and you drop them in your checklist, and it automatically then, by virtue of Melissa, gets put into.
One other add-on I would like to say is that the heating and air is not covered
Correct.
automatically.
It is $50.
It's a $50 upgrade, and I would do that for the next 4 months if it were me, because the heating and air is going to be
The
issues
heating
as
actually is covered. It's the air conditioning unit that's
the
not.
air
so
conditioning.
yeah.
I'm just saying heat and air.
I know.
But I don't think the heating is going to be a problem for the next 4 months
No.
anyway. It's the air conditioning
It's
is
the
the
air
issue.
conditioning.
So I would go on and pay. Look, even tell your seller, look, I'm going to provide this protection. I'm also going to pay $50 extra if you want to get your air conditioning covered. Or do you want it covered for $50 if you want to ask them to do it? But I think you'll be thankful that you did. More times than not, pay that extra $50 for the air conditioning coverage if something goes wrong during this summer when it tends to get hot around here.
And guys, use that as part of your discussion you're having at the table with your clients. Tell them when you're trying to win that listing, hey, look, I, as a rule of thumb, put a complimentary listing warranty on every single one of my listings, and this covers you here, here, and here. There's a page on the Cardinal Nest. Print that page off, put your logo, put your face, send it to them as part of your listing package.
Maybe just your logo if you don't like your face.
You look like you look. You sound like you sound. So go ahead and give that to them. Let them know. Use it as a differentiator because nobody else is saying it. Use it as a differentiator to help you get that deal.
Absolutely. So we have a policy change, Sarah.
We do. So, guys.
I am going to simplify everybody's life a little
yes.
bit.
So we all know that when you have tenants, when you work on the tenant side, you get little to $0 and you run around with gas and you might have a Big Mac paid for by the time that you put a tenant in a property. But they're great pipeline builders, everyone says. But when it comes to the listing side, we've always had this complicated formula.
This isn't written totally the way I would want because on tenant side, you still get every dollar. There's no processing fee on rental tenants.
There's zero processing fee on tenants. But on the listing side,
Rental
that's why it
listings.
says per listing. On the listing side, we've always had this complicated 7.5% of 1 month's rent, la, la, la. Scrapped all that. It is a flat $125 processing fee. It pays for the processing and the manpower and the checks, and it just offsets some of our costs there. So from now on, moving forward, any rental listing you do is going to be a flat $125 now.
Because we know that sometimes that would add up when you get to the $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 listings, and it was like, geez, that fee has to get up. It seems like the same kind of work on our end. So we're trying to make it fair for everybody here.
We
112
are,
hours.
and to be truthful,
Yeah, we got to admonish some of you a little bit here.
We do, because guys, what got back to me from several agents was, well, we just put them in the MLS and then pull them off and go canceled or go withdrawn, because
And then you
that
guys
way
handle
we
the
don't
money
have
on
to
the
pay.
outside, which is
and
not
they just
okay.
paid us, wink, wink, nod, nod. Well, A, that's illegal. B, that violates the board bylaws. It violates MLS bylaws. It violates us. We get in trouble with the state commission because you haven't done your paperwork, and we're responsible for supervising.
Unless we just happen to have hundreds of withdrawn listings on rentals that didn't get rented. But I don't think that's
To the
probably
tune of 458 for the last 12 months, people. So here's the thing.
I've got to think people were doing that. If they were, it was to avoid a larger
complicated fee. So we're going to make it super easy. There is a flat 125, but I am now going to be monitoring the MLS, and you will get fined and you will pay. He doesn't like this, but I'm going to make sure we're in compliance.
Well, let's be careful about those fines. Settle down there, Tiger. I'm just
You
kidding.
need to do your paperwork according to the law, or you will get a phone call from me.
Get it, girl.
So therefore, we're going to make it easier. We're going to make it cheaper, but you're going to be held responsible for making sure you do it legally, morally, ethically.
Not too much to ask, guys.
Not too much to ask.
If you're going to listen to MLS, process your paperwork like a professional. Let us handle the money like it's supposed to do. It's just $125 charge for us to do it. It's not a big deal.
No.
All right? So make it a lot cleaner. Still super low cost. Charge that to your seller. They're not going to blink twice when it
And
comes to
don't
the
put
listing
us in a
side.
position for people to come looking for paperwork. Guys, they're looking for security deposits that we don't have. They're looking for paperwork on the other side that you took that we don't have, all in the name of you taking money outside of the brokerage firm. It's illegal, and we're supposed to report you. So stop. 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 I am not
Retroactive, Scott. Scott wants every policy retroactive
I think
today.
he might have a little Birdie Steve in his ear. It's not retroactive, but we will take a more firm.
We have a troublesome corner over
We
here.
do.
It's got Scott and Bethany involved.
We may
Steve's
have
in,
a little for
Steve's
more.
in troublemaker mode over there. Melissa's egging them all on.
No, Steve's like, this crap hits my desk when people are looking for security deposits that we don't have. Yes.
Justin, can we come break up the lunch bunch over here?
The lunch bunch.
All right.
So please and thank you for doing all
What's
things.
next, Miss Mormon?
Okay, next new thing. All the concierge service products offering have now been moved out of the print center. There's no more complicated ordering system through the print center. All you have to do to go is at Samson Help Desk at samsonproperties.com and .net.
You okay? Are you new here?
Well, I've used a lot of words. All right, help desk at samsonproperties.net.
That's your choice, all the words you use.
I did use so many words. So many words. Anyway.
You could cut down on your amount of words. That would
I
help.
am cutting down my amount of words. So, if you have concierge product offering that you would like to offer, whether it be a la carte or the listing marketing packages, you go to the help desk now and put in a ticket, and it will be handled for you through there. Super simple to fill out your name, the property address, and what you want, and they will take it from there versus the print center, which was a little bit more complicated.
So all the concierge services ordered through the
Yes.
help desk now. Make it a little bit easier for you.
So remember what I said. Where are you ordering? A help desk.
All right, so HQ to use. Who's been to an HQ to you before? Raise your hand.
Yes.
All right, I love that. I
them.
love that. Fantastic day of training. Great energy, our great staff led by Richard and Bethany and Lynn and Melissa and Stephanie, and I'm going to forget people, so I'm going to say Heather and all the great people that teach you all day. Awesome day of training. Would encourage you all to get out to one if you haven't. We're constantly updating this with new classes, so even if you went a couple months ago, I'd encourage you to come back. These are our ones coming up. We've got Gainesville next week, Stafford, Alexandria starting off June, Frederick, Maryland, and Richmond at the end of June. So
Don't we
those
have
are our
one this
next
week, too?
5. I'm sorry?
Do we have one this week too?
We're in Bowie
We're in
tomorrow,
Bowie
Thursday.
You're in
Thursday.
Bowie. I am not in Bowie. You're in Bowie.
Bowie on Thursday,
Yes.
yes. So Bowie on Thursday, if you're watching this right now, what's that, the 16th? So Bowie on the 16th, then these are the next 5 on the calendar.
Yes.
So encourage you to circle this on your calendar now. Get out to those. You will be enriched by coming to this training. You will pick up 1 or 2 more things that can help you build your
Yes.
business, focus your business in a more productive way going forward. So we love HQDU. Want to keep those are all in the nest, but also want to give you a heads up where we're going to be for the rest of May and June.
All right. We're also going to have some lunch and learns
We are.
where
May
you can invite
16th.
a friend
Yes.
who's an agent to have lunch with Donnie.
Invite a friend. So We have Bowie on Thursday as well, the Comfort Inn. Haymarket will be at the Piedmont Club next week. And then Fredericksburg National Stadium on the 29th, which will be fun.
Fred
down there in
Nats.
Fredericksburg. Fred Nats.
I may go to that one just to see the Fred Nats.
So in June, we have an exciting announcement. Well, June 5th, that'll be me, International Country Club. But we are unleashing a new regime of lunch and learn speakers.
Yes,
June.
because it could be a breakfast and learn, or
Yes.
it could be a happy hour and learn. It could be a weekend and learn. It could be
weekend and learn. I don't know if
just
that
made
was
that
clear
one
through
up.
the people. But it won't just be all lunch and learns till now. Have just been me. We are going to have 3 fantastic orators and speakers that are going to come.
Orators.
That's you
Love
like
that
Look
word.
at me dropping knowledge today.
Big words.
So we have 3 people on our team that are great speakers and also have great knowledge of Samson properties, and we're going to unleash them all into doing lunch and learn. So our goal is to do 9, 10, 11 a month now between me
Yes.
and our other great people. So we have Miss Bethany Durham, who's in the room now.
Woot, woot.
Mr. Richard Bridges, who is probably watching somewhere. And little brother, Bobby Samson, is also going to be dropping
Bobby's gonna
lunch
be
and
doing
learns
it,
going
yes.
forward. So
And guys, we're doing this because we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the communities that we've already started building versus going to other places and spreading wide. We want to make sure that we're getting great energy in our current offices, especially in some offices that have a lot of people, but maybe not a lot of big office presence. So we want to make sure that we're continuing to pour that energy in for you guys so that you have access to new and great.
And it's not on there yet, but Frederick, June 12th, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to be in Frederick as well. And I'll be there. Well, like Frederick as an example, look, it's a great area. We're growing.
Beautiful office.
But I'm one person. Like when we're only doing one lunch, like there's only so many weeks in a year. So you'd only get there twice a year.
And even now he's doing one a week.
We want to be able to grow these areas in
Yeah.
more meaningful ways. So if we do more lunch and learns, more recruiting activities, we can help grow them even better with 3 fantastic people that can definitely do a great job, probably better than me out here as these lunch and learns. So we're excited about unleashing them into the wild in June.
Bethany shook her head and goes, mm-hmm.
Hey, Bethany, I was trying to be kind, all right? Your first run through, not better than me. You got a little bit of work, all right?
Oh! Bethany just threw down, for those of you that can't hear her at home, and said, we'll let the numbers speak
All
for
right, guys,
themselves.
I'm going to let everybody know when Bethany's first one is. I would like everybody to come and critique her when she's done.
No heckling allowed. And I put a rule down. Donnie's not allowed to go to any of theirs because he can't heckle them.
Which
while
one's
they're
your
going.
first one in June, Beth? First Friday in June in Winchester.
Winchester.
Circle that on your calendar now.
Go support
Go
Bethany.
heckle Bethany.
I
support
said
her.
support Bethany.
I mean support her. So we're excited about that to increase our recruiting efforts starting in June with our recruiting team. So
Yes, super
look for
exciting.
an enhanced schedule on joinsamson.com. We're finalizing all those now.
And guys, that's just a place where you can bring your friends and help us grow with great like-minded people like yourselves in an environment where we don't want to just take anybody and everybody that we don't know. We want to make sure that they're our people, that they're good, ethical, great agents that want impact to their business.
Excited about this next announcement.
Save the date.
Save the date now.
That's my.
I'm not going to do that, but good job.
Okay.
Save the date, July 20th.
It is our
Saturday.
Samson Cares meal packing event.
Our next Samson Cares event. It's been a little bit since we've been able to do this, but we're excited to do this at Chantilly Bible Church just down the street here from headquarters. I think we're going to pack 50,000.
I think it's 50,000 meals. we're gonna pack that
50,000
day.
meals we're going to pack for those in need around us. 50,000 meals.
So we're super excited, guys.
But you know what we need to do 50,000 meals? People. I think it's going to be 10 to 12, Scott. Scott
Yes.
typed his calendar. Typically,
Yeah.
we try to do 10 to 12 for this timing. Don't put that in stone yet, but that's typically our goal
We'll
is 10 to
probably
12.
need set up for a couple of hours the night before. The meal packing event itself is a couple of hours, and then we'll need a cleanup shift. We'll send out an evite for people to RSVP and also clean up. But guys, you are the reason why this is happening, because many of you are still donating to Samson Cares out of every commission. They're giving a little bit of money to our online platform. You're donating when we put this one in a dunk tank, and you give me money so that you can dunk him. I would let you dunk him for free, but I call it good in the name of charity. But the reason we can do these 50,000 meals and impact the communities around us that are food insecure at this level is because of you and your generosity when it comes to your time and your resources. And I love it that you're doing it before you even get your check. You're putting a little bit of money aside for Samson Cares. So again, it's 50,000 meals. They're going to be distributed to food insecure communities that we operate in. It is at Chantilly Bible Church on July 20th. Again, the night before, day of, spend a little time. We want to see you. We want to have you with us and enjoy. Bring your
This-
clients, bring your friends, bring your kids. It's a great way to
Families are
serve
great.
together.
Kids, 5, 6 years older can also all help.
We give
in
them
this.
markers. They color the boxes.
It's a great opportunity to serve with your family. My family's done this a bunch of times, and it's a great family activity to give back to the communities that are given to us in great ways. So hopefully a lot of you guys can make it on July 20th. We know that it's middle of summer and vacation season, all that kind of stuff, but if you circle your calendar now, you got a better chance of getting there on July 20th, hopefully. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to do a couple trivia questions right now.
We are.
All right, so this is just for people in the room.
In the room.
This is to incentivize people to come. We've got $50. What is it? What do you got?
We are $50 print center credit or swag
Or
credit. So
swag.
you can get yourself
Swag.
some swag. And
First
the
hand
first
up.
Question, hand up. Are you watching hands? All right, ready? What is the date of the next top producer takeover?
Scott Koval. 10-18.
Nice.
Scott Koval with the win.
I can't.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. You're
All
watching
right,
hands
next
again?
one ready.
Next one ready. First hand up. How do you order concierge products now?
Oh.
Oh. Somebody yowled. Somebody shouted.
I'll give it to him. Second
Give it
row.
to who?
Second row.
Oh, I can't see him. I can't see squat. Look at
Help
you.
desk. There you go, Dwight. Good job.
All right.
Now, in the future, maybe don't raise your hand and scream the answer. Wait till we call it. I think he figured if he yelled out the answer, he cornered the market on we had to call it him, I think, was the deal.
All right.
All right, so, yes, are they, I thought they were going to come before. No?
Yes, Carrie's here.
Okay. So we're going
Hi,
to bring Carrie
Carrie.
out. We've got a couple minutes before our guests. So while Carrie's coming out, this is our April capture report. So our percentage of buyers that were able to use Cardinal Title Group for April. So Virginia, West Virginia, 44%. Maryland, D.C., 35%. Overall average was 42% across our network. So thank you to all your support of Cardinal Title Group. This is broken up by region. So you can see Maryland, West Virginia, Panhandle, 45%. Awesome. Northern Virginia, 44%. Central Virginia, 43%. D.C. Metro and Baltimore can pick it up a little bit. Hopefully get close to that line. But the more that you guys can bring your buyers, bring those closings to us, the more support we get, the more we can pour back into you all in all the different things that we're doing here. I hit the marker the wrong way. With that said, we've got our wonderful president, Miss Carrie Lindsay, here to drop some knowledge for us. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, good morning. Thank you. What a great turnout. It's great to see everybody on a Tuesday this time.
I know. Maybe we should move them. Who knows?
I don't know, but it's a really good turnout. I just wanted to thank everybody. We are super duper busy. Thank you, everybody. Last week, we set a record in Virginia for how many contracts we received in 1 week.
Most in Cardinal Title Group's history last week. Fantastic job. Thank you all for your support.
We are thrilled about it. So thank you, everybody, for keeping us so busy. Just want to talk a little bit about reviews. We take them seriously, so thank you all. We have a bigger presence in social media now. Thank you to our Director of Business Development, Julie Colson. So don't forget to follow us on social media. I think there's a slide about it here. And also a reminder about closing at the end of the month.
This is a big one, guys.
In May, June, and August, the last business day of the month is also a Friday. So most of you know Fridays are really busy days for us, coinciding with the end of the month. So a day to be avoided if you can. It's probably too late for you in May, but if you can try to avoid it in June and August, it's much smarter to go on Tuesday of that week. Things aren't going to be as crazy at Cardinal, as crazy for the lender, and all the inspections, everything you need to do. So it's not going to be as crazy if you can plan to close on a Tuesday, not the last day of the month.
It will be this dramatic, guys. We had, now I don't think they all went, but at one point on our calendar for the end of April, we would have maybe 30 or 40 the second to last day and 100 scheduled for the last day of the month. I mean, what's the difference in how your day is going to go if you've got quadruple the amount of closings with your lender, with that day being booked up and everybody feeling stressed out? Go the day before or 2 days before, like Carrie's saying. It's going to be a lot better situation for everybody. There's nothing. This is the culmination, of the event. You want it to be a great experience. You want the buyer or seller to be happy. You want everybody to kumbaya, and you want them to have their time to read their docs and take their time. You want to make sure the docs are there. But it's not just title company trying to put 10 closings in one day in one location. It's the lenders too, guys. That is a huge deal for any of those that have closed in a month. If there's last minute issues, all of a sudden, you're in there with everybody else, and especially if you're the listing side, you can dictate closing date a little bit more. Try to push it up because you can't necessarily control where their buyers are, and if their lenders are not local, now all of a sudden not only are you fighting everybody closing at once, but you're fighting some lender that may or may not care about how quickly it closes or getting you stuff in a timely fashion. So
I like June 25th if you're looking for a good
There you
Tuesday at
go.
the end of June. I think that's a prime day. Movers aren't going to be as busy if they want to move the next day. So just keeping all those things in mind. It's not just about the title company. It's also about all the other people that are involved in the transaction.
absolutely.
So Tuesdays generally are not crazy days for us. Fridays are always crazy, and it really coinciding with the end of the month makes it crazy for these 3 months over the summer.
It does, and I'm going to throw in an extra thing here, and we're thankful for all your support of Cardinal, but it also might restrict all the locations that we can give because we have fantastic staff that can take care of everybody. But if we've got to align our staff in certain, key locations like Lake Ridge, because I'm staring at Chris in front of us, great. But if okay, we need to go to Montclair in the middle of the day there, sometimes it's it's difficult to serve 25 locations the same day when everybody's closing at the same time. So we might be focused more on 10 or 12 of our bigger locations. So especially if you want a closing that's not at an office that is super busy all the time, you definitely got to move it up in that week because that Friday can get a little crazy for everybody.
Yeah, let's just work together and get ahead of it.
Yes.
And I know working as a team, we can all make this happen. Everybody who's listening, just keep that in mind. The end of the month is going to be tough over the summer to try to avoid those actual last business days of the month. We do have people that can go and do the closings at all these locations, and we have a lot more flexibility to do that on a Tuesday or Wednesday than we do on that Friday, the last day of the month.
Mr. Scott.
Can you explain to me how less than half Samson property realtors take their buyers to a different title company?
I would like to know that very much myself.
It just blows my mind. It really does.
I don't know. You know what, Scott? I can give you
It's
a
like
list.
taking money.
And I would like to stick Scott on them.
It's taking money from all of us, making our lives better. I do not understand that one bit.
Thank you, Scott. Steve wants to chime
Steve's
in.
chiming
Hey,
in.
we have a new candidate for the Bernie Kagan position.
I like that. Scott wants to be on staff as somebody that calls all these people.
No.
And I appreciate the support, Scott. But the Cardinal does a great job, and you're right. Look, we're excited about some of those 45s and 47% numbers. But Scott looked at the other way and said that means 53, 55% of you didn't use Cardinal, and we'd like you to try to get that as much as possible.
Patrick Sowers does these classes, and he had a great spiel. You should tape it and put it up there. He's like, "You're taking money from my family." I mean, it's bizarre to me.
There you go. Thank you for the support, Scott Koval. Yeah.
We support. Thank
Bring
you.
it home.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. And look, hopefully everybody gets it and does their best. I know sometimes in a negotiation you can't get that, but please do your best, and we will continue to support you with Carrie and her great staff at Cardinal.
We have an awesome team. We're happy to help with anything. And if you don't have an awesome experience, let me know and we'll make it awesome.
All right. Any other questions for Miss Carrie?
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
your
keeping us so
support,
busy.
Remember, follow them, give their reviews. All right. So we're going to start talking about this right now, and I will get a
Yes.
high sign from Justin and Zach there in the back when we think we're locked in with our friends.
So we are super excited. We rolled out to you guys.
Raise your hand if you've heard of Jared James before. I love it.
Love it.
I think he's fantastic.
So if you have not,
Last time Richard was up here for me, and he said very dreamy to look at. I would agree with those things as well, but also
He is so funny. So Jared came on the stage, 8-10 years ago, as far as kind of being a different thought leader, not necessarily following the same verbiage or school of thought that a lot of the potential coaches did. And he's just known for keeping it real and giving his honest opinion. And if somebody's doing something great, he's going to yell out and shout out they're doing it great. But if somebody's doing something that's not so great, he's also going to call them on it. And he doesn't really have allegiances. We got the thumbs up. He doesn't really have necessarily all the allegiances to some of the bigger groups that where people are, say the party line. He's really going to tell you what it's about and what his thoughts are and what you can do differently. He is a huge educator. We did a deal with him in his virtual coaching platform. We now carry all of their coaching videos and podcasts that he does in through our Jared James coaching. You should have gotten an email on that. If you didn't, let me know.
I've been watching. I don't even do listings anymore, but I'm watching his classes, how to get
Yeah.
more listings. So I'd encourage you, if you need some extra motivation, get in there, watch Jared's classes.
Every
He's
Monday,
fantastic.
he drops a new video. He drops new content. He's not relying on the same old content for the last 30 years. He's dropping new content every week that's helping you impact your business and staying on top of
The
what's
other thing
happening.
I love that Jared's been doing is, if you watch him on socials, is he's giving his real opinion on why people should need an agent, why they, why in this new world that people need buyer's agents. He's giving real talk stuff out there that you can use in your daily talking points out there. So
Definitely
I love
follow
it.
him on his Instagram and his Facebook channels because you can get great feedback right away from all of the different things that are going on, his thoughts. He's just a great overall person. So we've got that training coming out. As part of that, we got hooked up with him and Linda Yakub, who is the CEO of First Up. And you saw me roll out an email about launching our own digital whiteboard app, First Up.
I'm really excited about digital.
So super excited. It's so super excited. It's super simple. There's literally like 5 pieces of information that you put in, and it carries so much weight to be able to sit with a seller and talk about it, or work with your buyers and talk about it. So if we got them on, we want to say hello to Linda and Jared.
Are we there?
Morning, guys.
Hey!
Hi, Andrea. Hey, Linda and Jared.
Got Andrea and Linda?
Yes.
There you go. Oh, got a whole crew. I love
We got
this.
the whole crew in
It's
this
the
morning.
first time for us,
Why
guys.
not?
So this is our maiden voyage. We've
I just
done
want
it.
This is my vacation spot.
I mean, that's beautiful.
This is where
I
we
was
do our
gonna say, what am
we
I
do our
doing
sales
wrong?
meetings out in the
Jeez.
middle of the
In the middle of the ocean.
islands.
Yes.
You guys are probably in a warehouse somewhere with like an
Well,
abandoned warehouse.
We
and then
used
you've
to
got
be.
that
We
as
do
your
have an on-site
background.
studio here in our headquarters.
Pretty much.
We're in we just get different backdrops in our studio.
Makes it look
Yeah.
makes
That's
it look
awesome.
delightful.
That's awesome.
Oh,
How you guys
that's
doing
fun.
this morning?
We're doing great. I'm over here on the West Coast, so I just had school drop-offs, and I'm excited about this launch. And then Jared and Andrea are 3 hours ahead of me, just like you guys. So
There you go.
Yeah, guys.
We've had more coffee, Linda.
I know I haven't had my coffee yet.
Well, we've just talked. We've got a crowd in studio. We got a lot online. We got about 40 or 50 here in studio here, and we've just talked
Nice.
about all the great virtual coaching that we've been exposed to now with Jared's, and how they should jump in there. And we love all the opinions you're putting out on social media about kind of real talk about today's atmosphere. And we've been really appreciative of all that, Jared. And we've just launched how excited we are about First Up. So we'd love to get some of your tips on First Up and how they should best be using it and all that kind of fun stuff.
Awesome. I know Linda's going to go into a demo here, just so you guys know, a little behind the scenes. As soon as we're done here, I'm shooting an emergency press conference, a video that's going to come out to you guys on Monday. All of our students and people within the program, as you guys now are, and it's going to be specific training on verbiage and what to say, buyers, listings, sell, what the questions sellers are asking, these kinds of things, because the point of that program that, again, I know you guys announced that you guys are now in, is that it's supposed to be relevant in what's happening right now. And so that's why we have the series on listings, because that's relevant. But I don't think there's anything more relevant right now than everything that's going on around those conversations. The questions that now agents are being asked by buyers and sellers that they were never asked before. And many agents are lost and they don't really know what to say. They're just kind of like, that's the way it's been done. And so as soon as I'm done here, I'm shooting, we'll call it an emergency press conference. We're doing a video just for people that are behind that wall there, the students like you guys that invest in their agents. And we're going to do a very in-depth talk on the different questions that are being asked. How do you answer that? We're going to give out all the dialogues, all of the stuff for so you can actually look at them, be practicing, knowing exactly what to say.
Love that.
So that you have an actual advantage when it comes to your marketplace and dealing with consumers. And I don't think there's any better way to kind of turn that over to Linda when we talk about First Up, because that's why you guys are doing First Up too. It's about giving an actual advantage with the consumer and not just having another shiny app, because go to your app store, guys. There's plenty of apps, So with that being said, I'll pass it over to Linda.
Awesome. I love that emergency press conference. I'm looking forward to it, Jared.
Yeah.
I just have to say, and I'm going to jump on with my phone real quick. I'm looking at the dashboard for your company. And Andrea, correct me if I'm wrong, but your adoption is phenomenal right now. You have 40 listings right now that are all pre-market.
You go, guys.
Good job,
40.
guys. Good job.
So if you guys are not looking at this pre-market database right now on First Up and you have not logged in, you are missing out on opportunities. You guys have listings in there, which is phenomenal to see. And we have over 300 agents that have already signed up and using the app. So we're seeing the activity, which is great. For those that have no idea what we're talking about, I'm going to jump on with my phone and share my screen. Andrea is my right hand for the company. She's my client success manager, and she will be able to answer any questions. Like, I don't know if we have a chat in here or not, but any questions. But just so everyone knows, everyone most likely will be like, okay, how do I log in? What's my credentials? It's very simple. It's your email address that you have registered with your broker. And the password is welcome, all lowercase.
Oh, look at the
And
babies.
then it's going to prompt you to change it.
Those aren't real kids, guys. That's just so you feel good about it.
That's just her wallpaper.
I taught her that one. I've been faking kids for the last 17 years. So.
Okay, let's jump into this. Everything that I'm showing right now is this is my test account. So none of these listings are actually live. So I'm going to show you the user experience. This is now your digital whiteboard. So when you first log into the app, reset your password, you are going to see all those 40 listings in there. But like I mentioned, this is a test account. So there's different ways of viewing this. And while I talk, just so you guys know, Jared might jump in and stop me to talk about like best practices or how to use it in your business. So keep close notes like on that. But so this is just a scroll, a list of pre-market inventory. There's great ways of, or fancy ways of sorting it. So newest, when it goes live on the MLS, stuff like that. Going back as my screen just froze.
I think you can also pull up the map in the top right, Linda, not to interrupt, but if people wanted certain areas.
There's another way to view it. Absolutely. Now, because it's a test account, there's listings everywhere.
Oh, that's fine. But just for our local, I was looking at ours on the map, and I thought that was super helpful if they work in a certain area.
It's phenomenal. It's great when you're at open houses, when you're showing an open house and then able to actually pull up a map and look at what's coming up to the market also around the area. But so you have two different views, list and map view. On the screen, on the right-hand side of the screen, you see where it says going live in 15 days, 4 days, 23 days. That is all coming soon pre-market data. So none of these listings are actually live. Once it does go live, and I don't have one on here right now, it will change from blue to green, and it will indicate that we are now live on the market, and it will stay on the market or on the app for Andrea, how many days by default? Is it set for 3 or?
Yeah, by default it's set for 3.
Right now it's set for 3 days, and then it will fall off. Now we could change this. We have to speak to both Donnie and Sarah about this, but we could change this to where it sits on there up to 90 days if we still want the buyer matching to happen and the open house opportunity to still be an option. But just so you know, this is pre-market, and then it'll switch over to green, indicating that it's now live on the MLS. This is a wonderful way to actually see what's going on in your office. There is no easy way in the MLS, and I know this because I ran a multiple listing for 10 years, but there's no easy way in the MLS to look at your office listings, what is happening in your office. And so this is a great way for agents to keep a pulse of what's going on.
Real quick, Linda, I know you told me you wanted me to jump in. I want to make sure everybody understands that point, because I know that we have people who are newer to the industry, and then we have people that, let's call it, not newer to the industry.
That's
that
called
are
old,
probably
That's
on
like
here
Sarah,
right now.
old.
And many of you remember those days where it's completely normal. Like, you would go in and you would be in the office every Monday, and you would sit around the whiteboard, and you'd have meetings, and there was this real advantage to that, because those properties that you would see that would be coming on, that were going to hit the market, that were, they were signed for a listing, but they hadn't hit the MLS yet. You're completely within compliance to be able to, have those within office and show those and know about them and talk about them. And there's a huge advantage in doing that. And when the world went virtual, a lot like a lot of your company is, when the world went virtual, there was huge advantages to that. But there was some of the stuff that came from those old meetings and those whiteboards that we still needed, and it was gone. And so what's really cool and what she's showing you here with this whiteboard is that essentially when you have your notifications turned on, when we say digitize in the traditional whiteboard, what's going to happen is you're going to get to operate in real estate in the way that you actually work today, out in the field, out there doing stuff. But now in a completely compliant manner, you're going to be let known of every single property that's coming to market within your office in a compliant manner. And so you have a proprietary list of sellers that nobody else has access to. And I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end when Linda's done and kind of say how you leverage that. But that's a huge advantage that if you don't have your notifications on, if you're not on here, putting your listings on there and seeing, then there's a disadvantage to your clients. And your brokers are actually supplying this to you. So this is not one of those things, let me think about it, let me whatever. Every one of you already has an account. You just have to go download the app, sign in, and start getting the advantage from it. So,
absolutely. Thanks. Okay, so when you enter into a listing, when you click on a listing, it's going to pull up a listing profile. This is very basic and what we like to call high-level information. So what you would most likely see on a whiteboard, minus the photos. But agents have the option to upload photos. So if they do and you're in a listing, you'll see the photos on here of the property. It's not a required field, and we'll show that in a little bit. You have a pin placement on the map. Keep in mind, if you have a new construction property that is not yet on Google Maps or anything, that is fine. Still go ahead and put the address in there. The pin just won't be placed on the map. That's the only thing until Google picks it up. And then you have your price, address, bedroom, bathroom, square footage, any amenities pertaining to the property, and that's all market fit. So your admins or managers could work with you on amenities, customizing those. And then now I have access to the agent. So I know Joe is a listing agent of this property. If I want to contact Joe, I click on Joe's name. I could call, text, or email him directly. It gives me all open house opportunities on here. So I know that Joe's hosting something June 2nd. It looks like also that Joe is requesting someone to host it because he can't host it himself. So if I'm wanting to host a listing open house, click on request to host, and it's going to prompt me to also contact Joe for me to take that opportunity.
Joe needs to pump up his buyer agency commission, though, Linda.
I know.
Sorry, I had to jump in on that one.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Is that what you were going to laugh
We'll
about?
talk to him
We had
about
some
that.
giggles in the crowd when they were seeing it, yes.
But
Yeah,
okay,
Joe's
so
fired.
yeah. But let's just talk about buyer agent comp. This is a really new field. When the NAR settlement happened, and Jared could speak to this, instantly, Jared and I got on a phone call real quick and said, we need to add this tool, add this feature. That's one of the great things about both Jared and we're quick. We are very relevant to the market. We will add things that make sense, but keeping it super simple still. And so now we do have the opportunity to display buyer agent commission on here. It is not a required field, but it is there for agents to use.
And that's important,
Any
guys.
notes
because one of
pertaining to the
things
property as well, agents could add. And
I
then
think Sarah was trying to say something.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
No, I'm sorry, Linda, I interrupted. One of the things I was going to say is this is our internal communication that we're going to use with our own agents about what buyer's agent comp we're offering. So if you don't want 95 phone calls from 95 agents trying to figure out, are you offering comp? Are you offering comp? You need to put it in here because this is our platform for how we are going to show what that buyer agent comp is.
Perfect.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, Linda.
Sorry, Linda.
Perfect.
No, that's okay. Start you putting it into practice because, July, August, just around the corner. Okay, and then towards the bottom, you will see matches. And I want to be as clear as possible here. What we do with First Up is we incorporate what we call reverse prospecting. Reverse prospecting is gold in the MLS. If you guys are not using it in the MLS, really educate yourself on that there. But what we've done is we've taken that reverse prospecting concept and we've created into First Up, implemented into First Up. And so what's happening here on this listing, it's not my listing, but I happen to have buyers in First Up that match to this property. And so since that is the case, I'm able to see my matches below. So me as a listing agent, it will say Linda Yakub. On the right-hand side, it does indicate who that buyer is with a buyer ID. This is very similar to the MLS. It's no different as far as a buyer ID goes. So I get notified of the match and Joe gets notified of the match. That's reverse prospecting when the listing agent gets notified. So when Jared was talking about notifications, the only 3 notifications that ever go out, which are crucial within the app, are if there's a new opportunity to host an open house, when there's a buyer match to a property, as well as a new listing hitting the whiteboard. Those are the only 3 notifications that go out.
By the way, really important point here, because I know some of you be thinking it in the background. Your client information is never shared with another agent. It's not shared with the office. It's not shared with any of that. The whole point of the tool, one of the major points of the tool, is communication amongst you guys as agents. And so you would be notified that, hey, so-and-so has a buyer that matches your listing, or hey, so-and-so's listing matches your buyer, and you guys would talk to each other, but your client's information is never being shared.
Excellent. Good point.
Yep.
Okay, next screen over is just going to be your open house screen. This is just the easy way to see upcoming open houses and opportunities to host open houses right here. Next screen is going to be adding a listing. I'm just going to simply just do a real quick add. Everything is not only is it Google autofill to reduce time and to reduce user error, but it also is based on GPS. So it realizes that I'm in Fresno, California. So it's properties around me here. And you'll notice it's very simple and quick just to add the information in here.
Do y'all have properties that are only 250,000?
No.
We're actually very affordable here in
That's like
Fresno.
a room to rent
But we
somewhere
do
for
have
250
areas
grand.
that are 250. Probably not the areas you want to live in, but we do have.
I was about to say, I don't know if those are the
Fair
areas
enough. Fair
that-
play. Yeah.
Our average sales price though actually is 380.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad. I would have thought it would be a lot higher.
Yeah, I just actually saw some information on that. So the required fields are only up top. So you're going to see bedroom, bathroom, square footage, address, and price. Get into the habit of putting buyer agent comp in here as well. Any amenities.
Much better there, Linda. Much better with that comment.
Yeah, good job.
The property.
You can stay hired.
Yeah. Any photos, feel free to add. You actually could take photos on the spot as well. So even an exterior photo is great. Open house opportunities. You could select multiple open houses. So let's say we're doing a Friday twilight, Saturday morning, and a Sunday morning. Feel free to add those in here as well. I'm just going to skip that for now. And then the most important date here is going to be when it goes live on the MLS. And this is when that clock changes and the color changes on the whiteboard. So you'll indicate when that goes live, and then we'll hit save. Once you hit save, a push notification goes out to everybody getting notified of a new listing.
Just got it.
So super
Guys,
quick.
really important point. Unlike most apps where it's like turn off your notifications, do that kind of a thing. This is the one app where you want all notifications on, because there is not one wasted notification. Like literally every notification you potentially get is something you want to know about. It's a buyer match. It's a property that's being listed that's off market in your that hasn't hit the MLS yet within your brokerage. Every one of them is important. And what's really cool about the app too is, unlike an Instagram or one of these things where it's like they boast about how long people hang on the app, what's so cool about it is it's simple. Like the way that it's been created is for you to be on and off of there in 30 to 60 seconds. We don't want you hanging on there. We want you doing what you need to do and getting back to doing business, because we're big believers that the role of technology was to free you up to do the things you should have been doing all along. And so we don't want this getting in the way of doing business. We want this assisting you in doing business and helping you get more business than you would have.
And for those of you, to Jared's point, that have a tendency just to go ahead and turn off all notifications all the time, at least try to maybe cut on your office and the surrounding offices. We did segment you guys into your office of choice. So wherever we have you at in our systems is where you're affiliated with. At least turn on the notifications for your office or the surrounding offices where you do business, so you can see those. Start with that if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like notifications, where you can see the things that are coming on in the areas you're working in.
But it's important stuff. If you've got buyers out there, inventory is key right now. And if you can find out about inventory before anybody else, that is like gold right now. You don't have to.
Yeah, guys, a really important point to understand here is that unlike a lot of tools that your broker will bring to you, many times there's almost a feeling of, let's just say, for example, they bought some kind of a lead creation tool, right? There's this feeling amongst agents is that when a lead gets given out, well, it's not just given out. It means not only that it went to someone else, but it didn't go to you. And so it's like there's this thing about you know, the least number of people that's on, the better we all win. This is a synergistic tool, meaning that the more of you that are on here, the more of you that are active, the more of you putting all of your listings, the more of you putting all of your buyers, it literally doesn't take away from anybody. It's synergistic. The more that you guys get involved, the more everyone wins. Because that's the more properties you're hearing about. That's the more buyers that are matched. That's the more open house opportunities you have. I'll talk about that in a second. It's a synergistic tool. The more of you that get on there, there's the more of you that are going to win.
And guys, y'all know I am a big believer of test casing my own clients with every new technology we roll out. We fed the first property in this system with one of my coming soons. So we've been running that coming soon for a week or so now. I actually went coming soon in the MLS. Not 10 minutes after the coming soon in the MLS, 2 Samson agents called me and said, oh, my clients have been looking here forever. I'm so glad to see this coming on. And I'm like, well, you just screwed up because I had it. If you'd have followed the emails and looked into the system, you would have had access to it a week ago and could have shown it coming soon or coming, pre-coming soon to the MLS. But now I can't show it until we go active in 2 weeks. So you missed your opportunity. So jump on the app quickly. It's going to give you great information.
Yeah.
Linda, can you jump back to the open house screen? I just wanted to make a point to everybody real quick, and this is really important. There's really three quick reasons why we want you guys to be so involved with this. Number one, it's just a communicative tool. Like, you know, you need to be communicating with each other. That's how you're going to win in the type of market we are. Number two, I mean, look, guys, unless you've had your head buried in the sand, you know that buyer agency is a thing. And whether buyer agency was the rule or the law in your states or not, we all know that although there were 18 states where buyer agency was the rule and was the law, wink, wink, not everybody was doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing. And so now that's going to start to be enforced a little bit differently. And when you get in front of a potential client, you know, I did a video a while ago where I talked about how we were going to see the great migration right now. And you were going to see a lot of mergers and acquisitions, which we're now seeing, and you're going to see agents going towards some brokerages and away from other brokerages. And what's going to determine that is the value those brokerages bring to you. And so in a world right now where you have got to get signed, it's not necessarily signed by your agency, but you have to have a signed agreement before you can even show a property, you are now going to be put in a place that many of you weren't in before. When you get before a buyer, and it's going to be like, well, what's your value? What's the advantage of going with you compared to this person? And if all you're able to do is tell them that you work hard and you've got access to the MLS and, you know, my company's really great, everyone's going to say that.
So
the consumer's thinking, what's in it for me? You now have a tool where you're going to be able to get in front of somebody, look them in the eye, and honestly tell them that when you work with me, above and beyond having everything else that everyone else has access to, you now have access to a proprietary list of sellers that nobody else has access to. And the only way that I'm allowed to show those to you to be within compliance is if we sign an agreement and I'm representing you. No one else in your area is going to be able to say that. And so you've got to get that verbiage down. We'll talk more about that another time, but you've got to get that verbiage down. You've got to know how to do that with them. And then last but not least, in this world, again, of buyer agency, the number one opportunity that not enough people are paying attention to right now is open houses. And so we've always known, oh, open house is great. People come through, whatever. Open houses are the last place that a signed agreement does not apply to. And what I mean by that is when you go show a home, when you go anything now, this is the whole Zillow 7-day touring agreement. This is the whole, like, you got to have a signed agreement no matter what that looks like. Open houses are the last place as of August, 14th or 17th? I think it's August 17th. As of August 17th, that you can bring people in, you can educate them, you can talk to them, you can build rapport, you can do all of these things without having a signed agreement inside the home. It's the last place you're going to be able to do that. And so the ability of you to be able to go on here, like Linda's showing right now on the app, and to look at the closest open houses by date, by time frame, and start picking out open houses and making that a part of your strategy, saying request to host. So now you're contacting the listing agent and going, hey, I want to host that open house. I want to be in that area. I want to do that price point. I want to do whatever that is. The idea that you can now be doing as many of these as you want to simply by going on the app, communicating with the listing agent, setting up shop, and now setting up an in-person education center where you're meeting people who come through the open house, you're educating them, you're building rapport with them. In the last place that you're able to do it without a signed agreement, that is about to become paramount in our industry. If you haven't thought about that yet, that is a huge advantage that you want to make sure you're taking advantage of.
Absolutely. Good points. Good points. I love it. As the advantage for buyers, the advantage for open houses, fantastic. I'm sure you're going to touch on it, but the other advantage to listings, I think it's a listing closer. You're sitting at that listing table. Well, I'm going to interview other agents. Well, if you sign a listing agreement with me right now, I can put you in this app right now, and I've got 6,000 Samson agents this will be exposed to today. And you can put it out there weeks, months ahead of time. So that's a huge closer, I think, on your listings as well.
Yes, you must have a signed listing agreement before you put them in the app. I've had that question at least a dozen times.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real on that point, Donnie, that's such a great point. There's a thing called loss aversion. The sales side of me, the coach side of me is starting to come out, but there's a thing called loss aversion. And they've done studies and they found that one of the number one ways that people make decisions is actually based on this thing called loss aversion. And what it means is that people make decisions more based on not losing what it is that they don't have than they do that they feel like they have than they do on just normal decisions. And what I mean by that is when you get before a seller and you say, hey, the moment you make the right decision to list with me, I'm going to go on this app that we use internally. And yes, you're going to get the advantage that just like any other person who lists your property is going to get, that it's eventually going to hit the MLS and we're going to do all that marketing and everything else. But the moment you make the right decision to hire me, I'm going to put it on here and it's going to go out immediately to 6,000 different agents and their buyers. And we're going to have interest immediately the moment you make the right decision to work with me. And what loss aversion says is that they're making a decision, not only idea of getting that, of getting that for their listing, for their home, but they're making that decision on the idea of not losing that because they feel like they already have it.
Absolutely.
And so the idea of going with someone else is not just the idea of going with them, and it's the idea of losing what it is they feel like they already have. And so, yes, all of that stuff we'll train on, we'll teach on all of that stuff, but that's called loss aversion. You have to know how to leverage that for a seller, for a buyer, for yourself, all the different areas.
Love it.
Love that.
Love it. Love it. I cut
Okay,
you off,
the last
though.
screen I want to touch on is going to be your buyer screen. This, like Jared mentioned earlier, is only for your eyes. No one else sees what is going on or any of your buyer information. But this is very, very simple. On the top right corner, you have your plus symbol, and you're going to go ahead and, I have a crack right there on my screen. There you go. Go ahead and add your buyer information. Email address and phone number is not required. Just first and last name, any notes pertaining to the property, and go ahead and, not property, to the agent, buyer, sorry, and save it. And then we're going to go ahead and create that search. We keep this very high level. We want to generate as many matches as possible from what listings are currently on your guys' whiteboard. So you're going to title the search. We're just going to do vacay home, and then put in, let me see if I could find one that actually, let's just do Spring Valley. You could go ahead and put in zip codes if you would like to. Multiple zip codes are fine also, separated by a comma. Bedroom, bathroom, square footage, and price. But just for this demo, I'm going to just finish the search here. You'll notice right away that there happens to be one match to this property. Because of my notifications being off right now, I do have it on Do Not Disturb. I am not getting a notification of a buyer match, but you would get that notification as well as a listing agent that there happens to be a match. So now I could go ahead and view this property right here, click on the listing, look at the listing itself, and see if it's something that I want to move forward with and contact the agent directly on.
Be careful contacting Joe. He only offers 1.5%.
Yeah, I was
Well,
going to
on this
say.
one, I don't think he's offering anything, so we need to.
Oh, Joe.
Now, Jared,
Joe.
I think you might need to have a what's your value
Yeah.
educational training with Joe.
But that's the buyer matching side. Now, if there is no matching, it is okay. Your search criteria sits in the back end and it filters through our algorithm, and it will match according to what hits the whiteboard if there happens to be a match. If your buyer is no longer needing to buy because they purchased or they're no longer interested, it's very simple with swiping to deactivate them or delete them. You could always activate them again if you need to, but we keep it very simple and user-friendly here. But that's the whole concept. That's the whole entire app.
I love it.
You only have those 4 screens: the whiteboard, open house, adding listing, and buyer.
Love it. Love
Okay.
it. So many great things. So many great things in there. so many great opportunities, especially when you have market share like we have, to be able to just pile into it. So guys, this is why we're doing this, this educational session here, and we're going to have more trainings after we let our crew off the Zoom here. But, this is as good as we put into it. If we're putting 1,500 new listings or 1,000 new listings a month into the market, if we're putting them all in First Up ahead of time, we're going to have hundreds of listings in this app, and it's going to be super, super valuable for listings, buyers, and all of our agents out there.
Yeah, and guys, by the way, another really important thing to understand is that the win is not always just the win. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you'll look at something like this and you'll say, oh, it's a win when, we match up and we end up selling the property, or we end up, matching a buyer and then they end up buying it, or whatever it is. Understand that the win is also just the ability to communicate the advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
so
it's
yes, you are
having
going to
that
match
advantage.
properties, and yes, you are going to host open houses, and yes, you're going to have other people able to host your open houses when you have too many of them, rather than throwing them in a Facebook group or a group text and all of that stuff. But your ability to understand the tool and communicate it to the consumer is going to win you clients you never would have had. And so whether they end up matching and it ends up becoming something you do off market or not, whether that happens or not, it's going to happen eventually for you, no doubt about it. But whether it does or not, your ability to communicate it is going to win you clients you never would have had, and that's why you have to use it regardless.
Love it.
So mark your calendars, because they are doing a training Thursday at noon and Friday at 2 p.m. All of that's Eastern Standard Time. So Thursday at noon, Friday at 2 p.m. It will be on the Cardinal Nest, so you guys can log into that. Again, super simple to use, but if you feel like you need a little bit more help, they will be doing these trainings for you to jump in on. If you are trying to log in and you are running into problems getting logged in, if some of you had unsubscribed from some service in the past that they may have tied into, it may come back and tell you there's a user error. We just have to reset your account. You can email me or Melissa, and we're going in and resetting accounts and sending them back to you. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Awesome. It's awesome, isn't it? We love it. This, for us, is a game changer for you guys in the marketplace, to have that message with your client sitting at the table, to have that advantage and saying, I'm going to pre-market, we're going to test your price, we're going to pre-market with 6,000 agents, looking at those buyers that are struggling to realize, what's my agent doing? We've lost 4 houses. Being able to look at them and say, I've got pre-market inventory coming. We're good. Just take a breath, because we're gonna get this. We've got more inventory coming. Just being able to share the value among your own internal Samson agents, being able to take that deal to Cardinal Title. Thank you, Cardinal Title, for paying for it, and for being able to just really advocate, those in-house deals that are working out for everybody's best interest. Huge leg up for us. So we're excited to be able to bring that to you. Katie V, I see your hand in the back. Can you get her a mic so they can hear her?
Do they have to go? No, it's
Maybe.
not gonna let
We'll
her.
do one quick question.
This is
and then
great. Is this exclusive to Samson? Is this a selling point for other brokerages?
No, I don't. It's not. I mean, they're doing this all over the country, but I don't know if anybody else in our area. I don't know how comfortable.
Linda, Jared, what do you
Linda, do you guys have
Right
other
now,
brokerages in our area right now?
Right now, you guys are the only brokerage.
think? So yes, it's exclusive. Oh, wow,
Only
that was
brokerage in our area right now. Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Now they've got a fantastic app here. I'm sure other people in the future will have it. I hope for them and their company. But for right now, it's us.
We love that.
How often does it refresh?
Every second.
Yeah,
It's live.
It's a push. Yep, everything just keeps moving.
I answered for you all. Missy asked how often it refreshes. We said every second.
Yes, pretty much.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, like for instance, we had some agents put in some listings, so it is live. So I see that it's going live. I see agents putting in buyers.
Y'all are paying attention. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so it's good.
I got the notification, by the way, when Linda put that test property in. I got a notification telling me, hey, that's that. Hey, it matches this. Like everything's live.
Awesome. And I know these guys are short on time. They've got other commitments that they've got to do. So let's keep our questions short. What have we got? One more?
Just a quick question. Fantastic potential here. And I don't know if I heard it correctly, 300 agents have signed on early adopters?
Yes.
Just from our company.
From our company. We did a short beta test. I wanted to
Okay.
make sure that we rolled it out to the
Would you-
masses. We beta tested our platinum producers to get some bugs worked out on our end.
Okay.
And then we rolled it out last week company-wide. So those 300 adopters have all been in the last week.
Those 300 adopters all paid attention to Sarah's email when
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Read my damn emails, people.
Hi.
Guys, you all already have accounts. Like, that's what's
Your
important to
accounts are
understand.
set up,
All you have to do
yes.
is go download the app, sign in, like she said, with your email, and then I think the password is the word welcome, all
Yep.
underscore, and then your account is already there. Your
Yeah,
license
the only
is already
people
set up.
that may not have accounts, if you joined us in the last 2 days, the feed may not have updated yet, but that's
Right.
about it. Yeah.
I know
Awesome.
I know I can do a search by price, low to high to find rentals, but is there a thought of adding a filter for sale versus lease properties?
Oh, you beat me to it. Okay, so it actually is in QA right now. So QA is a testing environment. And so literally Jared and I just had conversations yesterday about this.
Linda was texting me yesterday. Should we do it this way? Should we do it that way? Should we do that's about to get released?
I'm like, okay, is it for lease or for rent? Because in the when I managed the MLS here, we always used for lease. We never used for rent. So I was talking to him yesterday about it because they're fine tuning stuff, but that will go live very in the near future, very soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so
and
much.
by the way, guys, really quickly, make sure, look, we're not one of those companies that's gonna everything everybody says with the diarrhea of suggestions, we're gonna, all of a sudden go and add, because we want to keep the tool extremely simple. But that doesn't mean we don't want to hear all of your stuff like that, because that's where, look, 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I don't know how long ago, I'm terrible with time frames. You can convince me that a 4-year-old kid is 18, but there wasn't open houses on there. But one of our clients was like, Jared, we need open houses. Like, that's one of our and I was like, I don't know. And then we added it, and it's like the most used feature on there. And so, make sure that when you guys are doing stuff, talk to your managers, talk to your broker, and be like, hey, if it did this, or, oh my God, we're not going to turn it into something like a CRM. We're not trying to whatever. But if there's stuff that's actually practical and you guys are out in the field and there's something amazing that we can go and the developers work for us, like we can make that happen. That's where that whole rental and buying thing came from. The question you just had was from our users. Open houses came from our users. So please let us know when you have great suggestions.
Yeah, just send that feedback to me because I'm accumulating it and asking questions to see what's relevant to us in our marketplace. We're trying to keep, we do have some customization on the input screens from our marketplace. Again, I don't want 92 amenities. I want major type of key search features. So if you have concerns, questions, if you have suggestions, go ahead and email them to me. I'll promise you I will read every single one, and then we can talk about it with them to see what makes sense. But guys, Jared and Linda, thank you so much for coming in. I know we kept you longer than we
I really
meant to.
appreciate it.
Great seeing you all again.
Thank you guys so much.
Excited
Bye,
about
Andrea.
First Up.
Thank you.
Me too, guys. I'm going to go shoot a video. You
Go
all
do
be
your
watching on
emergency
Monday.
press conference.
Yes, I can't wait to see the video.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye,
Take care,
guys.
bye.
Thank you.
See you guys.
All right, so do you love it? Yeah. I love it too. Yes.
Use it. Put your listings in. You can ask us the questions.
Yeah, ask us.
Go-
Zach, can we have some mics?
I
Hold on.
cut them off because I knew they had to go.
They had to go, yeah.
But I knew we could answer
Yes.
questions probably.
So for us, guys, you're using the email that we have on file. There was an upload glitch. If your email address said Nova Homes, Stephanie at Nova Homes, uploaded to Stephanie at No Homes, right? So I made that up. But if like anything with the VA, an MD, a DC, glitched. So because the state got pulled out, so it pulled it out of the entire upload. So I'm having to go in and reset those accounts. So if you try to get in and it says, it's telling me no user found, just shoot me or Melissa, not both of us, an email, because we're both going to try to do it all at the same time. Shoot one of us an email. We'll reset your account appropriately. Just let us know what the email address should be. Okay. Super simple in your App Store and your Google Play to download.
Sorry, just a quick question about the open houses. So we're doing this in-house. So this is nothing to do with anybody else outside the market, correct?
This is just
You're not allowed
we're
to.
not allowed to.
I'm asking, or you shouldn't put signs up then, because then you're
No,
that's
you
what
cannot have
they
any
didn't say that.
signage.
I think it's important to let
So
people know.
here's the thing with these open houses.
Once you
It's
put a
still
sign
an-
up, you have to put in the MLS.
You have to put it in the MLS.
Exactly.
It's still an office exclusive. You can do an open house with Samson agents. You can use, look, if you want to put your little fat balloon up there, go right ahead, but you can't broadcast an open house because now you're broadcasting publicly. So you have to remember, I love the open house concept with this.
It's not mostly for the couple days before it goes in the market. It's more for the ones that are going to be out a couple weeks or a couple months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, it's a great app. I just listed a house yesterday. I'm trying to understand. They're showing on the video that they were entering buyers,
Yep.
Are the buyers getting notifications of the houses?
The buyers, no. This is
You
the
are.
agent to agent.
Okay, so
Only
you're
agent.
seeing the information, and then you're calling the buyer and saying, hey, I
Well,
got a
the
house.
reason you put your buyers in is because it automatically will buyer match you. You don't have to go through and search. If you've put your buyers in, you don't have to go search every day.
It's
going to
Match.com.
tell you exactly if Sarah's my buyer and Zach put something on the matches, it'll tell me right away. So within seconds, I'm going to know I've got a thing for
And
Sarah.
you've got a relationship, right? So at this point, he's calling me and saying, I've got this house. Are you interested? You want to see it? Well, yeah, I want to see it. It's pre-market. Okay, great. He's calling you, Zach, and saying, Zach, can I get my buyer in? Sure, come on over.
Even if it's a no, at least we know it exists and we can
Right.
start the dialogue so we can get the inside dirt as far as when we can get in there. Even if Zach says, look, I'm not willing to show it now, but let's stay in touch. At least there's that dialogue that can happen now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Any other quick questions?
Close
We are-
those buyers, close those listings.
Yeah, we are running behind schedule. Okay, we got a question in the corner. I see a hand.
Just to clarify, this is a manual update. It's not
It is
getting
a
pulled
manual-
from SkySlope.
No.
Or
And here's the other thing I'm going to tell you guys. This does not replace your requirement in Bright to load your Office exclusives. Two entirely different things. Bright, Office exclusive is compliance. This is I'm at the table, I'm putting in 5 pieces of information, I'm front, I'm back. Ooh, I like that kitchen. Whoop! Loading in an effort to let your internal Samson Properties agents know it's coming. You are pre-marketing.
Okay.
That's it, but you have to do it.
Okay, just because your last email did say that we're no longer getting the download from Bright for the Office exclusive
We never
board.
got the Bright data. They are still running with so many problems. So we went to an outside source, which this is our source. We're not doing anything more with the coming soon.
Yeah, the other good
people.
part about
That's
this
all
is
was
that
referring.
even that Office exclusive board, all it said was the address.
Right.
Now you can actually see a living, breathing document with pictures and more
And
information about the
bedrooms
property.
and price
And it's got the
and-
buyer matches, and it's just so much better.
And
it's an
pictures.
app. It's super easy to use. So it's not automatic, but I would love to see everybody using it. Every time they sign a listing agreement, put it in here. All right. So, trivia question real quick. Then we're going to
Okay,
bring
good.
up Amit. All right. So, we've got
$50 to the print center or swag.
ready.
All right, watch your hands.
What is the name of our Office exclusive app? Oh, nope, back right. Roxanne. First up.
$50. Can you pass that back to her? Thanks.
All right.
All right.
Last
next.
question here. One benefit of First Up. Bam. There you go.
Good
Get
job.
to know it's coming soon
Good job,
pre-listing.
Chanel.
I like it. All right. Good job, Chanel. Now we're going to bring up
All right.
my man Amit. Amit? My
Amit.
fault.
Amit,
Amit.
come up.
Amit, come on up from First Heritage. He's going to talk to us.
All
Amit,
right.
sorry, and
There's
First
a
Heritage
lot of
crew.
people
Sorry we're
coming
so
up in
late.
First
We
Heritage,
we
yes.
went long with Jared and Linda, but it was good stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right, we got to get you on a mic.
All right.
It's stuck. There we go.
Good
Who
afternoon,
else is
everyone. Amit Kam, I'm the Fairfax branch manager. Jerry Berry, who's not here, asked me to sub in for him today. Again, I'm here mainly to kind of, just answer any questions you have about the market. Interest rates wise, I think things are actually looking a little bit better. The last few weeks we've had rate hike, and I think we've seen their interest rates come down a bit more the last few weeks. So the consumer price index report that comes out tomorrow, hoping that it would not be as high because that really would help us in terms of bringing the rates down a bit more. Conforming rates are looking strong. Government loans are looking strong. But I want to kind of segue away from rates and kind of introduce two of our new team members that have recently joined us, Carolina and Javier. Both have been in the business for almost over 20 years, and they both bring wealth of knowledge and experience in Hispanic market. They both are bilingual. So I'm just going to give them the mic to just briefly talk about themselves and help you and help your clients that needs translation in different languages. Caroline.
Bueno.
Bueno.
Sí, que
Morning.
bueno.
Hi. My name is Carolina, and I am a loan officer, as he mentioned. And I've been in the industry for quite some time, which I usually deal with a lot of Latino clients as well as VA. I'm a veteran myself as well. So thank you. So usually that helps a lot of veterans get that familiarity when it comes to like some lingo that we both share, that we understand. So that's basically the niche that I've been working on. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know.
Hello, hi, good morning. Thank you for inviting us here. My name is Javier Gonzalez. I've been in the industry for more than 20 years. Yes, a long time. I've been working with first-time home buyer for most of my years in the industry. We do a lot of down payment assistance, FHLB, BHDA, and the Maryland program for grants. So I'm here to help. If you have any question, I'll be around, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Sure.
You guys have any questions?
Any questions, First Heritage, about any great stuff coming up?
Is that Michelle?
Good morning, and thank you for being here. Just a quick question on the first-time buyer programs. Are you limiting them to Virginia, or do you go outside of Virginia into D.C.?
We have programs in Virginia. BHDA is for Virginia, and then the Maryland program is for the whole Maryland, and we also have a DC programs. So each state have a different kind of down payment assistance that we have available for your clients.
Thank you for being here. What about loans with tax IDs? Does First Heritage work with those?
So we usually brokered them. We do work with them, and we educate our clients on how they work and how prepare them for those type of loans.
So we can still come to you, and then you guys will deal with
Correct.
the broker. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Quickly, I want to just chime in on one of this new program that we have where you have a client that's got a departing residence that they want to sell and is sitting in the market. We have options where we can use the rent analysis to offset their mortgage payment to qualify them for a new house. So reach out to us if you have any questions about loan scenarios or the market updates.
Definitely. Ken, you just up here for your good looks, or you got something to say?
No,
All right.
We're going to have Ken come up here and talk.
Ken's up here looking good up here.
Want to talk? Yeah.
No, all right. Well, any other questions for First Heritage? Awesome. Well, thank you all for your support.
Thank you, guys.
We're very blessed with great partners. Our First Heritage loan officers are great partners of ours, and they're in so many of our offices. So continue to reach out to them, and they can help you with all your financing needs. Just reach out to them. Find your favorite one. We've got a great team here to help you out.
And
So
love
thank
the
you.
continued bilingual growth. That's awesome.
No,
No.
but probably not now. All right. All right. So next thing we're going to talk about is, and we're going to close in quickly here because I know we're over time here,
Yes.
guys, is our market reports. I'd like to give people a snapshot of what went on in April. These are all on the Cardinal Nest top resources. We've done all the areas. We've downloaded these so you can easily see your local market. Also, if you want to drill down to a smaller sample size, sign up for a Smart Charts account. You can do your own these. You can do your own these. You can do your own reports. These are just ones we do on a global scale. So I want to show you our new listings. So sometimes we get caught up in the woe is me of what is going on right now. If you look at that one on the left, we put on 18.6% more listings this April than last April. That's super encouraging. If you're like, oh, there's no inventory. Look, it's a lot better than it was last year, right? 18.6% better, 20% more than March of this year. The other one I'd look at is the closed sales on the right. 22% more closings in April than March. Also 7% more than last year. So market's up for once. For the last couple of years, we've had less overall inventory going on in the marketplace. This last thing I want to show you is this. The active listings. We feel like there's no inventory out there, right? Well, if you look at that bottom left, in April of 2023, there were 5,300 listings on the market. Right now, there's 6,500 listings. That's a huge increase. That's almost a 20% increase year over year in available inventory. So, yes, inventory is tight. I guess I show you this, that it's not as tight as it's been. It's better. So be encouraged by those numbers down there. Still getting, obviously, 101% average list price, 19 days on market. Those are obviously great numbers. On the top left, look, the median sales price is up 9% from year over year. That's not news to any of us that are out in the marketplace, but it's still a great investment. Prices are still going up, and it's because of that it's still very much a seller's market, more buyers from sellers out there. But there is more inventory than there was. It's a little bit more balanced, so it's all encouraging news. So I want to show you that from a global aspect. We're going to hit a couple quick classes, and then we're going to close with our Cardinal closings.
Yep.
Steve's contract class here tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, 10 o'clock tomorrow. We'd
Probably
love to
donuts.
see you all here.
Yes.
Mentor interest meeting on Thursday. We're always looking for great mentors. If your goal to get into be a mentor is to make more money, please
That is not the right reason.
don't come. Okay, that sounds mean, but I don't care. Yes, you will make some income off it. Your idea, if you're going to be a mentor, is because you have a servant's heart that wants to see others succeed and grow their business and start a career and change their lives. If you want to be somebody that helps other people get going, then get there to the mentor interest, and you have some experience, all that kind of great stuff. Come to the mentor interest meeting online Thursday with Dave Werfel.
We've got Lynn's Jumpstart class. She's going to be in the Burtonsville office on Tuesday, the 21st, all day. Join her for lunch, but she's going to be rolling out Jumpstart in Burtonsville.
Make sure that you're on the Cardinal Nest looking at all. This is a Cardinal Nest class. How to get the best from the Cardinal Nest. Wednesday the 29th. Coffee with Casey. Guys, we have a valuable resource that not enough of you use. Casey Samson is a phenomenal teacher, great in the market. And look, if it were
Constantly
me
on a top
and
of
I
the
was
list.
selling today, I would be here every time Casey wanted to open his mouth. He's interesting to talk. He's a great speaker, but has great tidbits. I'd be
He's
sitting
an
here. He's a great orator.
Orator.
There you go. So
Orator.
the last Thursday of the month, he does his coffee with Casey every Thursday, but he does it live in here in the studio the last Thursday of the month. So I just want to highlight that to you. You should be here because you're going to pick up more in person than you are watching it online.
Guys, don't forget, you can look at the Cardinal Nest and you can find all the classes. They updated regularly. We add classes on every week all over the footprint. You don't have to belong to an office to go to that office. You just have to be able to drive there. So keep a bookmark on the Cardinal Nest calendar so you can see all the classes that are coming out with virtual or RSVPs and office location.
One last trivia question
Yes.
today.
We are going
Sarah
to
made this one hard because this is like a
I
long
am giving you
time
a
ago.
really cool Samson Properties
Oh,
journal
do better than that.
with a hat. With a hat.
A little better?
With a $50.
There you go.
All right.
All right, because the question's kind of hard.
Oh.
'Cause this was a long time ago.
It was. What is one lunch and learn that you can bring an agent friend to learn about us? Where are we going to be?
That's a place, not a date.
I said when. What? Stafford.
One lunch and learn date.
When's the date?
Date. See? You can give it to him. It's fine. May 29th.
Are you
got
right?
it. That's right.
Hot diggity.
Well,
You earned that. Here you
I'm
go.
going to go with a technicality here. Technically, HQDU's in Stafford. The lunch and learn is actually at Fred Nat Stadium that day,
Oh,
which
for
is
the
a little bit down the
love.
road. But
Let him
we're-
have his win.
We're going to let the win happen there. So good job.
Nice
so,
job.
Thank you all for all your support, all the great products. We're going to close with all of our fantastic Cardinal Title Group closings. Each and every one is important to us. It's how we pay for all these great products for you, how we pay for this great staff, all the education, all the fantastic things, and are able to provide you with 100% of your commission. So please continue to support Cardinal Title Group as much as possible. To Scott's point, 47% is great, but that means 53% of people didn't use Cardinal.
Guys,
So please bring
and
in
I
the
just
Cardinal.
want to say something for me. Look, we all have our relationships. We all love people, and I am the biggest world supporter of making sure you support people who support you. But guys, we also support you. We support you a lot. So I would love just one shot at being able to get a Cardinal deal that you hadn't or normally otherwise given to us, because it allows me to do so much to help you and add new resources to your lives.
Absolutely. All right, so let's rock and roll. First
Knock
of all,
it out, friend.
Going to start with my man, Adam Shively, 4 times. Great job,
Nice
Adam.
job.
Agnes Roderick, Ahmed Goma, 2 times. Ismaida Izer, Akilu Berry, Alex Echampong, Ali Ahmed, Ali Dejanada, 4 times.
job,
Ali D.
Ali.
Alice Nwame, Alisa Valdez, Ali Balou, and Alvaro Sosa.
Amal Hall, Amber Darby, Amy Kang, Andrea Hayes, Andrea Ruthie Buck, Andrea Saunders, Andres Polly, Andy Norton in the crowd, woot woot.
Whoop, whoop.
Andy Martinez, Angelique Prigden Navarro, Angie Tarr, and Anise Khan. Thank
Anita
you.
Bediaco, Annette Greco 2 times. Tony Folco, April Caldwell, Arlene Puntiel, Arslan Jamil, Arturo Salemi, Ashley Kopecki, Asim Shazda, Andy Barnett, Austin Southern, XL Batista.
Azara Bassi, Bahar Daulachashi,
There you go. Dolachachi.
Dulachishi.
Dola
That,
Shahi. There you
2
go.
times.
Dola Shahi.
Thank you. Banny Costanza, Barbara Monahan, Barbara Swanhart, Bassam Hamandi 2 times, Berta Vasquez, Bashuda Dahal 3 times, Blaine Jackson, Bonnie Venter, Brandy Brown, and Brandon Darr. Thank you.
Brandon Hatchett, Bridget Newman, Brinky Q, Brittany Lewis, Caitlin Ellis 5 times.
Nice
Way
job.
to go, Ellis Properties. Candace Astroff 2 times. Karen O'Brien, Carla Brown, Carla Moore, Carlos Fuentes 3 times. Carmelita Turner, Carmen Carter Howell 2 times.
Carolyn Young, 19.
Woo,
times.
buddy. There you go, Carolyn.
Carolyn, love you long time. Love it. Casey Quicken, Casey Sampson, Uncle Casey with 11 times.
Great job, Case.
Katie Hannigan, Cecilia Kahn. We have Cecilia Lanez, Charles Kim 2 times, Cheryl Graham, Chris Lee 2 times, Chris Cummings, Chris Loizow, and Christian Chavez. Thank you.
Christina Koch 2 times. Christina Pearson 3 times. Christine Leggett, Christine Song, Christopher Albrecht, Christopher O'Neill, Christopher Silva, Christopher Urich 2 times.
You got the Chris page.
Claudia Morena Toledo, Connor Shosky, Connie Johansson, Christina Makora.
Dallas Croft, Dan Lazivia, Dana Campbell, Danica Hu, Daniel Lee, Daniela Barbosa, Darren Robertson 4 times.
Way to go, Darren and Susan.
Job. David Flack, David Luckenball, David Morales, David Werfel 2 times, and Debbie Robinson Omotosho. Thank
Debbie
you.
Sheehan, Delroy Blackwood. Denise is here. There you go. Denise,
Jerf Carter.
Jerf Carter. It's not that hard. Denise Jerf Carter, but I mess it up every time. Thank you, Denise.
That's hilarious.
Derek Cole 2 times. Derek Hammond. Derek Spinner. Desiree Vergelli 4 times, Desiree. Diana Carrasco. Diana Domingo. Dilyara Dominova.
Nice job,
She just
Dee.
slid out 7 times. Oh, there you are. You moved seats on me, Dee Dee. Great job, Dilyara. Donna Sullivan. Ernest Gorham.
We have Edward Hillenbrand, Elizabeth Klein 4 times, Ellie Karash, MC Ara, Eric Rosum, Eric Velasquez 4 times, Erla Reyes, Evelyn Shame Vutich 2 times, Falco Bruno, Fernando Mejia 3 times, Ferris Eways, and Francis Bissett. Thank you.
France Dernon Court Jr., Fred Maheseni 2 times, Frey Essays, Garrett Howell 2 times, Geetha Dayala, Gloria Rosas, Gunhong Zhu, Guillermo Salman 2 times, Hans Ugas
It's
2
the thought
times,
that counts, guys. We try.
Harman Singh, Haiti Haylett, and Heather Heath.
We have Heidi Caudell, Henry Rodriguez, Hershey Lanes 2 times, Hua Huang, Holly Wilson, Ian McVeigh 2 times.
Yeah, Ian.
Oh, he stepped out. Aisha Leverett, Irish Yu, Irma Alba, Isa Abdeen, Jack Jenkins, and Jackson Shoemaker. Thank you.
Jaeyeon Yoon, James Whitting, Janelle McElwain, Jeanette Orellana, Jason Cheperdeck, Jason Lever, Javier Moreno, Jay No, Jeffrey Vincent, Jennifer Barner. Oh, Jeffrey Vincent 2 times. Jennifer Barner 2 times. Jennifer Cuevas, Jennifer Fang 2 times.
Jennifer Kelly, Jessica Swisher 5
Woo,
times.
Jessica,
Nice
bringing the
job.
heat.
Nice month. Jill Bevins.
Go on, girl.
Would you? Oh, go on, girl.
Go on, girl.
Go. Okay.
No, you're
Shit,
not
I'm
cool.
not,
You can't
no.
say it like Katie V and I.
I can't.
We say it cool.
Y'all think you're cool. Katie is cool. Jill Bevins, Jill Judge 2 times, Jixon Lee, Joan Lord, Joan Singh, Joe Azer 3 times, John McCambridge 3 times, Johnny Pham, John Gift 3 times, and Jordana Adams. Thank you.
Jose Rivera 2 times. Joseph Jacob, Joseph Obeid, Josh Jenkins 2 times, Josh Prouty, Julie Holtkamp, Julie Young, June Park, Kamal Park 3 times, Candace Johnson, Karen Klinger, and Karen Patrick.
Karen Shiro 2 times, Kathy Pippin, Kathy Shank, Katie Easterbrook, Katie Mudd 3 times, Keaton Flesh, we have Kelly Adrea 3 times, Kelly Daniel, Kelly Hayes, Kelly Pardue, Kelly Thomas, and Kenneth Bennett 2 times. Thank you, guys.
Kenny Zion, Kerry Ralston 2 times, Kevin Wolf, Kim Athey, Kimberly Sneed, Kiana Simon. Sometimes it's the easy names.
You just get in with an
Kieran
accent.
Marzaria 3 times. Great job, Kieran. Krista Stenberg, Kristen Spratley, Christy Crum, Christy Edwards, Kristen Crosby 4 times.
Look
Way to
at
go.
that. Crunell Maida, KT Fan, Monica Lee, Lakeisha Malloy 2 times, Laura and Larry Bean.
Woo!
3 times. Lavanya Prakish, Lavanya Murphy, Leslie Sordo, Letitia Goddess 2 times, Lexi Dowd, Lisa Barber, and Lisa Vega. Thank you.
Lisa Wajaya, Luann Hook, Lola Ayub, Lawana Studevent, Lucretia Toth, Luis Pacheco, Lynn McCabe, Maheen Perzada, Michaela Jones, Arjun Buki, Margaret Urich, and Maria Lightly.
We have Mary Friedenthal, Mary Williams, Miriam Razmaju, Marcel Perez, Masood Hassan, Matilde LaRoque. That's Maddie LaRoque. We have Matthew Cottle, Megan Boisvert 2 times, Mel Tulu 2 times, Melinda Norton, Melissa Murray, and Melissa Smith 2 times. Thank you, guys.
Mia Chapman, Michael Gray II, Michelle Gibson 3 times, Michelina Curie 2 times, Michelle Gildia, Michelle Purdom, Michelle Shackelford, Mike Rutledge, Malukza Paolete, Mariah Clark, Misty Weaver, and Molly Kramer.
We have Minaj Rathi, Monica Embry, Monica Foster 2 times, Mohammed Imran Shima 2 times, Mustafa Akwan. We have Myra Wallace McLeod, Nabila Altafula 2 times, Namu Gunbarter. We have Nana Noy 2 times, Nancy McCallum, Natalie and Kurt McArthur 3 times, and Nate Simon. Thank you, guys.
Naveed Maksudi, Negar Hajkar, Nizam Hakimi, Nick Vo, Nicole Graves, Nicole Lee, Nita Neri 2 times, Noble Davis, Nora Lopez Del Pino, Nora Yellen, Nora Brent, ow! Okay Adamuga.
We have Kumbo Yorker. We have Nicole Caldwell, Pamela Collier, Patricia Ruiz, Patrick Cohen, Pat Sowers 4
Way to
times.
go, Pat.
Nice job. Pauline Salvador, Peggy Arimland, Peter Simon, Pink Doan 3 times, Prudence Waffo 5 times, and Radu Borgerano. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you.
Rajdeep Kapoor, Rakesh Kumar, the happiest man
Happiest
I've ever
man
met.
you'll ever meet, yes.
Ramin Abaran, Randy Jones, Rex Thomas 4
Nice
times.
job.
Way to go, Rex. Reynaldo Conlas, Rhonda Campbell, Richard Bridges 2 times, Ritu Desai 3 times, Robin Moran, Robert Burr 2 times, and our Tyson's Vienna manager, one of them, Rolf Kratz 2 times.
We have Ron Hamad, Ronnie Gilmer, Roxanne Southern 2 times.
Roxanne. Sorry.
Saad
It's the
Jamil.
soundtrack that plays in my head.
Every time. Saad Jamil 2 times, Saba Waltaji, Samir Nasi, Sally Souls, Sam Baluki, Sarah McGovern, Sarah Bit Singh 2 times, Sarah Jarvis
There you
2
go,
times,
Sarah Jarvis down in 1
and
South.
Sarah Taylor 2 times. Thank
Sean
you.
Judd, Sean Rotbart, Sebastian Angulo, Sergio Garcia.
Not the golfer.
Shahurk Sanid, Sharon Lewin, Shanrita Hawkins, Sheila Oakley, Shelly Amore 2 times, Shelly Gale, Sherry Covert Brown, and Sherveen Garangeek. Got it, Sherveen. Garangeek. Nailed it.
All right, we've got Sherwood Coffer, Sylvia Riveras, Sonia Bushu 3 times. We have Stephen Lee, Subu Kumasetti, Sukjun Park, Suzanne Froon 3 times, Sybil Bookwalter, Tammy Irby Dose times, Tanvir
That's 2.
Safar,
It's 2 in Spanish.
Tara Lowe, and Tawana Meadows. Thank you, guys.
Terrence King, Terry Jones, Thaddeus Underwood, Theophil Mazumder, TJ Bennett, Tiffany Day, Tina McElroy, Tina Rogers, Tilupe Agbolu, Todd Kolash, another one of the Rolf and Todd pairing, Tom Saporito, and
Pairing.
Travis Levi 2 times.
We
Those
have
times.
Trevor Charles, Trisha Filbert, Trina Wagner, Troy Spinogle 4
There you go,
times.
Troy.
Nice job. We have Vibs.
There you go, Vibs.
Vibs in our office 2 times. Vicky Smith. We have Victoria Bally, Victoria Zhao 3 times. We have Vika Shadroy, Viktar Kutsevich, Wakar Ahmad, and Waverly Roberts. Thank you, guys.
Bringing it up at the
Close
finish
us out,
up.
Frank.
Wayne Man, Wendy Dean, I saw pop in here earlier. Wendy Jackson, William Wu, Willie Whitley, Yari San, Anosencio. There you go. Jonas McConan, Yosef Khan, Young Kemp, Zach Greger,
Nice
4
job,
times,
Zach.
Zach, and Zubair Khan.
Guys, thank you so much. What a great month.
I will gladly take all the time to read those if we
Yes.
keep bringing all this great closings over. So we just want to close this, guys. I know we announced a lot of products. Please hop in, connect. We are here to help you through all these things. We will have more and more classes when it comes out to all the stuff coming out with the NAR, how to talk to people. I would highly suggest jumping into Jared's stuff when he sends that out next week as well.
Guys,
He's
if you
got
haven't
great
logged
real-life
in,
examples.
he just said he's doing a new podcast for students only. We
Video.
are students. or a video, thank you, for students only. We're in his platform. If you haven't logged into Jared James, log in. That's dropping.
Yeah, so thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for your continuing to bring your recruits to talk to us and join our family. Please give Cardinal Title Group the chance to earn your business. We will continue to take great care of you as a brokerage. So thank you all so much. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good week. See you later.
Peace out.